Welcome to a midweek football chat show. How you doing, Alante? You joining me
Yeah,
today?
all good. All good, JK. How are you, mate?
I'm all right, bro. All right. Weather is good. We had a bad week last week in the football world, but every day goes by, it gets better.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Oh, the day after, bro. Actually, the day it happened against Newcastle, horrible that was.
Yeah, 100%,
We're
bro.
going to discuss that. We're going to discuss that today in today's show. What was our problems in that game, like concerning the midfield and stuff, you know? I think that's like the thumbnail expresses like the three midfielders we've got. And we'll talk about how they did in the PSG game as well, you know?
Yeah.
What else, bro, in the football world? Any news? Have you heard anything like regarding, say, Trent's injury?
No. I mean, I don't. It looks like from what I've been reading, reports like everyone on the net, it looks like he's not going to be ready after the international break, which is a little blow. But yeah.
Any news on Conor Bradley? That like he's been out for a while now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So we've got Gomez.
Yeah, I mean,
Conor, they're all injured, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Very unfortunate. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
I think against Newcastle, Trent was the missing piece in the game. Just the way he plays football, totally different to anyone else.
Yeah.
I think we missed him on Sunday, 100%.
No, we did.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like for me, all the amount of talk about him leaving this, that, and the other. A lot of fans have sort of forgot about him, but for me, he's our best player. One of our best players, anyway. I'm putting him in the top 5.
Yeah,
of the best players. For me, football-wise, I reckon he's probably one of the best, bro. I just feel sometimes he hasn't really fulfilled his full potential. I think if he had a bit of that Gerrard in him, where he picks up the ball in the middle of the park and he can run through, and he's done it a lot of times, you know, on counter-attacks and stuff like that. But I reckon there's a player in him where if he really, really wanted to, he could be more like Gerrard, like, say, Szoboszlai is, from my opinion, in the way Trent can play. You know what I mean, bro? I just feel...
No, okay.
Hence why I'm going to be really disappointed if Trent leaves. And that's another topic we can talk about as well, like the contract situations and stuff. Last week after the PSG game, what were the rumours? Virgil van Dijk might be going PSG at the end of the season.
Right.
Like who puts these together? Why? Because he was talking to the president of PSG.
Yeah.
You know, probably just saying, "Hey, how you doing? How's life? This, that, and the other." You know, we don't know what they're going to be talking about. But as captain of Liverpool, he ain't going to really be talking about no potential future signing for them. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, 100%, bro. Yeah. It's a difficult one. I mean, there's all sports, obviously. Big up the Irishman, and 12th. You know, there's a lot of debates, a lot of comments about this and the team and Slot. But like I said, I've learned in my life in football and life. I mean, look, we all support the club. You know what I mean? But my life and my family is more important than the club. But at the same time, you like the club, you support the club, you go through its ups and downs. And I'm angry, I'm disappointed in certain things of Slot. But I mean, if we're honest with each other, yeah, we moan. But if we get to, let's just say we seal the league, let's just say, I'm just thinking of the next 5 games, like a Spurs or Chelsea, if we seal the league, then we're kind of going to forget about the rest, and we'll be celebrating like bad. So everything, of course, taken into context, but so it's a hard one because Liverpool fans, we're just emotional, and I feel like every fan base, the real people that are annoying is some of our own fans and some of our own podcasters that do shows. So yeah, it's very difficult. It's a difficult one. What do you think, JK?
Someone wrote this in the comments a while back now about a bad week, good season, and that's how I see it. We've had a top season, bro. Lost one in the Premier League all season, and the Premier League is the main part of the meal we have every season of 4 trophies. The Premier League title is the main course, and I feel the starter is the League Cup. The drink, maybe the FA Cup, and the dessert and everything is the Champions League. And I think if we get the main course sorted, yeah, those fans will forget about the week we just had. I'm just happy we've got a 12-point gap. Imagine if the title race was a bit more close. Liverpool fans would be losing it right now. Since the Newcastle game, they'd be really like, whoa, what we doing? You know? Worrying and stuff like that. Do you think not buying anyone in the January transfer window could have helped out in that week? Like for me, it could have.
Yeah, could have. Yeah, definitely could have helped. Could have given us more understanding and probably who slot someone he like, and then yeah, it's all about the rotation. But even if, like I said, he hasn't, he still had a squad there that he could use, and that's the issue. It's not like the squad was like dead. Fair enough, you want to upgrade, I get it, but he still had players that can do a job. And that's the whole issue of why we're out of these 2 cups. And yeah, the teams play better, but again, rest of rotation is key. Like I said, and I said, and I repeat it. No Liverpool fan, no one can tell me that the squad that you can't rotate the squad. You don't need to play Salah in every game. Otherwise, what's the point of a squad?
Yeah.
A squad is there to be used. We've got quality players. You're telling me Southampton, even Villa, some of these games to extend. You tell me Chiesa can't do a job? No, he can.
Of course you can.
And forget about the cameo, because people say, "Oh yeah, but it's one game." But again, it's the same with Darwin. At the end of the day, look, regardless of there's certain players I don't rate, and in the squad, but everything has to be context. You have to take the emotional side, but I know everyone's different. Football, I look at things logically, look, Darwin, I never wanted Darwin. And I've said this, this, JK.
Yeah.
I didn't want Darwin in the first place, but he's here. Whoever we support them. And they can always make you change your mind and apologize. Look, I tell you this, 2 of the biggest L's. Oh, big up, Abdul. Hope you're well. Yeah, family's okay on my side. I'm JK. So yeah, big up
Bless
yourself,
Abdul,
Abdul. Always good hearing from you, Abdul. You're a good man.
Hey, you're well, bro.
Yeah. Like for instance, two of the biggest L's I took was Salah and Mane. When we first bought them both, I thought, nah, I don't think we should be getting them. The 2 inconsistent, and Salah, I thought, nah, just Premiership. I mean, he didn't get much games at Chelsea, but I thought, nah, we could get someone else,
Bro, you don't even know what I was thinking about that time when I said Mane looks like a Man United player. Bro, I got done on Twitter, bro. I had guys coming to me 5 years later and saying, what you saying now, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, but carry on, bro.
Yeah, like I said, same with Mane. I said good, but I thought he's too inconsistent, because I watched him at Southampton. He had good games, one bad game the next. A good game one, bad game the next. I just thought, now we need consistency. But look, 2 of the greatest players in our history, and one's still dead. And they're both how wrong we both were. JK, I mean, I don't know about Mane, what you said, but you did say Mane, but
Mane, yeah, but Salah, I had like high expectations of him. Yeah. Mane,
yeah.
I knew he was good, but I just felt he was like a Man United type of player. Proved me wrong.
Yeah.
But I like that. I like that he proved me wrong. It was good.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? And that's what can happen. Players are there to prove you wrong, and we're happy to say, well, for me, both of them proved me wrong, and so and one's still going, So yeah. So in regards to Darwin, look, support the players. And look, at the end of the day, yes, we can overpay any good, but when people say he's the S word, because I don't like to swear, so but it is S word, but like, bro, fair enough. Like, you don't think it's good enough, cool, but have any of you people, played the professional football at the highest level? No. Yeah, you can have your opinion, but if he's dead, then he wouldn't have made it to the professional leagues. You know what I mean? And some of these fans, with Darwin, yes, he hasn't been good at certain games. Certain games, I'm thinking, oh, great, Darwin, flipping out, man. You need to buck up. But at the same time, he hasn't had the runs of games, so you can say, you know what, man, Darwin, man, you bottled it this season. You bottled it.
Yeah.
2-3 games, give 2-3 games in a row, 90 minutes. If he's like dead, cool. Like Darwin, nah, man. But he hasn't had this consistency. And then at times I watch the games, as he's bad in some games that he gets the ball, he don't finish his dinner. And then there's certain times where he makes the run 2-3 times. Salah, Gakpo, Diaz, Lucho, even McAllister, whoever the ball, they don't send the ball through to him. We delay. So everything in football is context for me, you know?
I have to agree with you, bro. You know, like for me, Darwin comes in 2 games. You don't see him for a month. Chiesa the same, bro. That Newcastle game he played the other day when he came on and scored was the first time I've seen him in weeks. So I'm not going to be blaming the players, bro, because for me, Elliot, Endo, Chiesa, and Darwin, all 4 have been sort of bad mouthed this season. But have you noticed, bro, they've always come in and did something? Elliot set up Chiesa for that goal against Newcastle. And Elliot's been sort of, when he's come on, he's scored goals and he's getting assists, bro. So for me, Elliot's doing his part. So, but for me, it's Slot not giving Darwin 6 games after each other starting each game. There you go, lad. Prove me wrong. You know? Also,
Yeah, 100%.
Abdul says, yeah, go on, then I say.
No, go for it, JK. Sorry, no, I was just
going to read the comments quickly. Abdul says, press the like, comment, subscribe, and share. You never walk alone. LFC players look tired, and also Arnie Slot's tactics getting found out with tactics in the Nottingham Forest game, the Newcastle game, and the PSG and Plymouth game. We need some investment in January to push on to win the trophy. We needed some, of course, bro. I was saying, listen, get a pair of legs in. We were legless against PSG. We were legless against Forest, Newcastle. Like, where was our midfield? Joe Linton was walking around like he was Hulk Hogan. And no one from the midfield sort of stepped up. And hence why I said January was a time we need to get a warrior in. A guy who's going to put a fight. And Endo, yeah, he probably would have done it. But for me, Slot weren't going to start him. What do you think, Nancy?
in terms of Endo,
yeah, like Endo not starting that Newcastle game. You know, like for me, Gravenberch has been legless for weeks. And now he's got injured now, left the Holland training camp.
well,
so that was the news we got yesterday, pretty late on.
Yeah, someone in 12, man, big up 12 in the chat. Yeah, look, mate, I mean, you know my stance, JK. I've been saying for the last month and a half about rotation, and yeah, luckily the league, you know, we've got a good enough lead that will, if you know, got no excuses to win this league now, you know. But Cups, man, you have to use the squad. Like I said, Slot, he's done some great things. He's tactically aware, and sometimes, you know, he's changed things up a bit. But arrogance, ego, I've said that. You can't be arrogant and ego in this game, in the Premiership. What right mind, even flipping Pep Guardiola, doesn't know managers, they all, what's the word? They all rotate the squad. Because you need to do it. Which club, tell me, big club, just plays just 13, 14, 15 players? 15, 16 players? No one. There's none. There's none. And this is it. And you know, like I said, all the players that are on the bench, whether you rate them or not, or they're good enough, we're talking about the season. As you said, JK, when you mentioned about this striker, this player, you always say, JK, listen, I don't want to talk about that. Let's just talk about get to the end of the season, and then we'll discuss that, JK. That's the JK quote, and he's going to bookmark it in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, because for me, I don't be talking about Isaac coming to us when that guy's scoring goals against us, bro. Like, come on, man. You know, it's like, yeah, someone robs your house and you say, hey, here's the house keys for next time you want to come round. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
You know, I don't understand that. Like, a lot of guys are already selling majority of the squad already for next season, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand it. This squad's got us to where we were. If we didn't have that week, life was rosy for Liverpool fans.
Mm.
Big gap at the top of the Premier League, PSG game after being 1-0 up, and then the final against Newcastle, man, life was good. So for me, that squad got us there. I think Slot, what you've said, Slot sort of arrogance or stubbornness. I would say stubbornness maybe. And
Yeah.
cautiousness. You know, he's cautious, and
Mm.
you're cautious when you play the same team all the time. It works, but them guys got to be super fit to do that. You know, that's the key. If them guys can run 90 minutes every week non-stop for the season, you know what? Start them every bloody game. I don't care. But when you see Gravenberch and say Szoboszlai not involved in both of them games, PSG and Newcastle, it makes you worry a little bit, thinking what's going on in Slot's head. Why didn't he say, okay, Gravenberch, you take the bench in the final. I'm going to play Endo there. Let's see how we get on with that.
Yeah.
You're trying to tell me Endo couldn't do a job against Newcastle? Come on, bro. He'd be the only one who'd be going after Joe Linton. Joe Linton was taking the piss out of us.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. He was
Fully.
walking around, laughing, G'd up the fans. And that's the sort of stuff you want to see our players doing. Konate does it. Konate is one guy who does that. But none of our guys were doing it, bro. I think our guys sort of wimped out. We never did it against PSG as well. There was no dominance force in the middle of the park. For me, McAllister is that guy. But he needs a bit of a hand. And I don't think Gravenberch Szoboszlai gave it him, bro. Because you said, I remember you were saying Trent and McAllister were the only guys in that PSG game who played well. You said that, I remember. And I feel McAllister didn't have no help in that final against Newcastle.
Yeah, he tried, but I agree, JK. He tried, but he fell by the wayside. He weren't great either, and it's it's combination. Like I said, stubbornness doesn't do anything. Yeah, big up yourself, Dustin. Hope you're well, man. Hope you're good, bro.
Big up, Dustin. How you cool, bro?
I'll just answer that. I'll just go through some of these comments as well, JK.
Yeah, that's cool.
Darwin Núñez should have been sold 1 or 2 years ago. We give time on players. Yeah, possibly. I mean, I thought he should have. I mean, personally, I think he probably could the best time to go, but it's very hard, isn't it? Because the new manager and it depends what he wants to do. So, Slot Arnie giving him this season to see what he can do. I said, you know what, fair enough. He wants to, and I get it. So I wasn't too overly disappointed after doing that. Oh, is he? Yeah, I saw Japan were playing today. Okay, so big up Endo, man. Big up Endo if that's the case in Japan. Yeah, that'd be great, man. So big up Endo. Fresh as a daisy. Pick the more risk-free players. Yeah, I guess so. But let's be real. The last week has come back to bite him in the ass. Pause. So yeah, that's what I think anyway. What do you think about that, Dustin's comment, JK?
I think at the start of the season you can do it. Why? Because there's a lot of legs in the players. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of freedom because the pressure is not there yet. The pressure comes around January time when you're top of the league by 10 points or 14 points and you're in the next phase of the Champions League against PSG and stuff. And that there is the reason why the legs were gone. The pressure, bro. Pressure is man-made. It's what you build up in your head, you know. If you want to get the job done, you get the job done. But I think the pressure, like Szoboszlai and Gravenberch are young lads. They've been in football for a while, but that week we had against PSG and Newcastle was probably one of the most important weeks of their careers. And I don't think they could handle the pressure, bro. Fatigue, one thing. Media pressure, another thing. Because the team's been doing well. That's the thing, though. That's why I don't understand their displays, bro. And I don't just want to blame Gravenberch and say Szoboszlai. Yotta's got to do that as well because he was starting both games as well, and I think he was non-existent. So them three sort of players let the team down, man, in them 2 games, man.
Mhm. Yeah. No, I agree. No, I agree. I agree with that, JK.
I'll quickly go through the numbers, bro. I've got the numbers of all goals and assists this season and everything.
Yeah. Go for it. Go for
Like,
it.
look, Salah's got 32 goals, 22 assists. Okay, wow. Like, wow. Give the guy $500,000 a week. Who cares? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
next gap goes 16 goals, 5 assists. Okay, Diaz 13 goals, 4 assists.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sabotsalai 7 goals, 5 assists. Darwin 7 goals, 5 assists.
Yeah.
Jota 8 goals, 3 assists. How much goals has Salah got in the Premier League, bro? Do you know off the top of your head?
Who? Mo?
Yeah.
27.
Okay, 27. Okay, and assists, you know any how much?
Yeah, assist wise, he's got 17 assists.
Okay, 17. I feel the assists on the other guys is not enough for me. When you look at it, Gapco 5 assists all season. Diaz, bro, 4 assists all season. So Watson and Darwin 5 each, and then Jota with 3 assists. But he's got 8 goals. Even 8 goals is not enough, bro. So for me, I think Gakpo 16 goals, 5 assists is okay. For me, these wingers don't get enough assists, bro. Why do you reckon Jota and Darwin ain't scoring? Why? They're not being served. It's as simple as that. Diaz did it against Southampton to get us the equaliser. Beat his guy, bang, straight square ball. Who was there? Darwin, bang, 1-1. Let's get on with it. And that's what I'm talking about, bro. I don't like you can moan about Jota and Darwin how much you want. But there's no food for them, bro. There's no crosses. There's no through balls. There's nothing assist-wise coming from the other guys. That was Diaz's 4th assist, the one against Southampton, bro. That was his 4th assist all season. Like, wow. With the technical ability that guy's got and the brain he's got, he's a good little player, bro. Very good little player. Wasted by not getting them assists.
No, agree. JK, and like I said, in regards to that, yeah, it's poor. I think, yeah, well, I think in 2025, Diaz has not got one assist, yeah. 2025, and none of them have Jota, Darwin. Yeah, it's not been Darwin has, but yeah, it's not been
In the
great. But like you
PSG game.
said, yeah, PC, it's not been great, and they all need to step up because we can criticize Mo, and that's fine. People, fire they do much and PC, which is true, but it's a team game. Football's not about one man; it's a team game. If Mo's having a stinker, then other players have got to step up, and that's the problem we have. As before, we didn't have that, with the famous front three.
Exactly.
Everyone could got a goal or assist, but yeah, there you go. Do Chelsea buy more players? Why FFP low? Well, the easy answer for that, Abdul, it's all about the moolah. It's all about the moolah. It's all about the monies. Pound note. Can you smell it? JK, can you smell something? Yeah, it's that pound note again. That's all it is, Abdul. Undercover caps, so that's why Chelsea have not been touched. So,
And the beauty of it all was that our owners used that not to buy no one again.
Yeah.
They love that. They're like, oh, we don't have to buy no one. It's all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
bought Chiesa in 4 windows for 10 million. That's what we've done.
Yeah.
I'm not going after the owner 24/7 and stuff, but for me, I'm just highlighting things they do. Same as in the players as well. I'll highlight what they don't do and what they do. I'm not going to make it up and say, oh, he did this, he did that, when he never really did it. But for me, the owners, what it is with the owners, hedge fund type of guys, this, that, and the other, they love to gamble. And what it is with them, small input, big output. And they do that with football as well. They were blessed and lucky to have Klopp on board. Why? Because he can turn people like Sadio Mane, who we were talking about earlier, and Salah into the best wingers in the world. And he'll pay only 38, 35 million for the pair each. So for me, this January window just went now. Man City spent nearly 200 million. And they're the guys who are being investigated, or supposedly.
Yeah.
And we couldn't pull out a guy, believer from Brighton. I wouldn't even took him, bro. I tell you the truth. I would have just took him. I said, you know what, get on the pitch, bro. Let's get that midfield tight now. Gravenberch ain't gonna play. It's like, come on. Our owners are really, really taking the rip. And it surprises me. No one's really going after them, saying, why didn't we get anyone in January in? You know, look at last summer, bro. How many guys did we get rid of? 5. Ciao. Brentford took a pair. The other one went to Salzburg. A couple of loan deals. But they made their money, you know. And then they ended up getting Chiesa. I agree with Justin here. For me, it's playing it safe. Klopp will just trust Elliott, Darwin, Chiesa, and Endo, throw them all in. And that's it's the beauty of the timing of doing that as well. I think Slott's been pretty well with his subs this season. But I think he got it wrong in the PSG and the Newcastle games. The subs weren't right. The starting lineups weren't right. And on form was Elliott. And say Darwin. Darwin had 2 games, got an assist, got a goal, won a penalty in them 2 games he played. Then all of a sudden he's on the bench again, bro.
Yeah.
Who am I blaming for that? I'm blaming Slot. Jota hasn't been at the races for a while. It's been a long time since he scored his last goal. But he got 2 starts in 2 big games. I would never criticise Jota. I like the lad. He's sound. But for me, he should have held his hands up, saying, you know what, boss, put me on the bench. It ain't just clicking right now. They ain't going to do that. Why? They want to play, you know what I mean? They want it to click. And it's only going to happen if they play. But for me, Darwin would have been a different kettle of fish in them games, starting. He would have gave their defenders more to think about, in my opinion. And being cautious is not good all the time, because what happens is being cautious means you pick the guys who you want in your first 11 all the time, and then what happens, fatigue kicks in, and then the long run, that fatigue will affect their game. And then what happens is we're going to lose games. So it's not a good cycle to be on as well. Endo, 100% could have started against Southampton. Why did Gravenberch start against Southampton? Can you answer that at 90?
Well, I will say this, JK, about it.
Mute it, bro. We're going to hear the volume.
Give me 2 6. No, okay, no, I think something's wrong with it.
That was Endo trying to get a game.
Yeah. Back
no, but
to
seriously, bro, like, come on. You knew Gravenberch was leggy. Why are you playing him in the final straight away from the start?
Yeah.
Common sense there, bro.
Yeah.
He's got a big team behind him, Slot. Couldn't them guys see it? That, you know what? Gravenberch is not going to be able to start that Newcastle game. And now he's injured. And that's a totaling up of running, no rest, real rest. And then the body becomes weak, and then you're more likely to get injured. And it's happened. Depends on what the injury is. Do you know what the injury is with Gravenberch? Let us know in the chat as well if anyone knows. Yolanta, do you know what the Gravenberch? Yeah, do you know what the Gravenberch injury is or anything you heard?
No, I haven't heard. I haven't heard. I'll have to I'll have to check that. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Check that, but hopefully it's not a serious one. But again, it's the replications of being stubborn, and that's not great, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely is not great in terms of that context. But yeah,
Like looking on, like to the future now. Of we've got 9 games left in the Premier League. Everton at home next. McAllister's with Argentina. Gravenberch will be rested. Maybe he'll be all right for that. That was the good news thing coming out of that Gravenberch sort of news yesterday was like, oh, okay, at least you won't be training and playing games.
yeah.
I think they're playing Spain tonight, Holland. Yeah, I think it's Holland, Spain tonight. So he would have been involved in that. Would have been a big game. You know what I mean? So he's not involved in that as well. So that's the blessing in disguise there. It just depends on what the injury is. Hopefully he's all right. But looking into the future, Nalante, tomorrow's a game against Everton. And everyone's come back from international duty. Who are you playing in that midfield?
I would say, difficult one. I'll go. Endo Mac Elliott.
And Mac Elliott, yeah?
Yeah.
Dustin's gone with Mac Jones Elliott. Sounds like a hip hop artist. Mac Jones Elliott.
Right.
Like I would go Endo, Jones, McAllister. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be resting Sobotlai and Gravenberch. Yep, Abdul. Salah scoring more goals than Diaz, Jota, and Nunes combined, and understanding penalties, goals are goals, though. Simple as. Slot needs to speak out on FSG. Never going to happen, bro. And also like this. One moment. Stubborn slot like stubborn Klopp. I think what it is, Abdul, they're not really stubborn. It's the same with the Edwards thing. If Edwards hasn't got any funds to buy players with, we can't really blame Edwards for that. Why? Because the club give him the money and the transfer budget to work with. It isn't his own money. He's not the boss. He's not going to use his own money. Say, you know what? I want the best midfield in the middle of the park. Here's 100 million. Get it done. He ain't going to do that, Edwards, because he's not responsible for that. I feel Klopp and Slot. FSG have been very lucky with Klopp. Klopp never ever really sort of let them down in what he said. You know, like, oh, they don't give me this, they don't give me that, they don't do this, they don't do that. Even the Casado deal where we meant to put an offer in for him, it was just comical in the way it was happening and stuff. Straight away when that news came out, I knew we weren't going to go get him. I just knew it. So for me, it isn't about Klopp being stubborn and say slot. I think it's to do with the owners telling them, hey, lads, we're not going to be like Man City and, say, Man United and Chelsea, buying silly players all the time. Man City has spent over $250 million just on their defence since Pep's been there. We're not going to do that. So for me, Klopp and Slot have no choice but to say, I'm happy with the squad. I'm happy with the players I've got. And that carries on with that thing about he's happy with 14, 15 players in a squad, Nalante. I know you're not really happy with that sort of comment, are you? Because for me, you need more than 14, 15 players. We've seen it this season. We're struggling with 23 guys up in there.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, yeah, like I said, you got players that have got money, they've got credit in the bank. This is it. It's players that all done job for us in certain ways, you know. And sometimes you have to put your stubbornness aside for the better of the team. Because at the end of the day, what is it about? It's about Liverpool Football Club winning games. It's about Liverpool Cup winning every trophy we can, you know.
Mhm.
And yes, not yet, but potentially or looking likely that the league will kind of solidify these things. But you just can't do that. Look, you know, you just got bought. Look, you play these players 120 minutes again, and then you play the same players again in the cup final. Yeah, I know it's a cup final, but listen, man, put some of them in the bench.
Put them on
Like,
the bench.
just do something different. No problem, man. Like, just play them. And then if it doesn't work out half 60, 70 minutes,
Come
look,
on.
it doesn't. And again, people, we don't know. Hindsight's a great thing. I'm not saying we're guaranteed to win the game, but we would have been more in the game. At
You know why
least
that
there'll be more
works, bro?
fight.
Because
Yeah.
McAllister and Robertson came on half time against Southampton. So McAllister didn't start that game and he came off the bench. So we had 45 minutes rest. Bro, second half he was wicked. Simple as that. He was on the bench, probably saw the game, saw, oh God, half time, we're losing 1-0. So he's getting G'd up, think, you know what? I want to win that. I want to win this game.
Mm.
So he got his rest for 45 minutes. He didn't start the game, but still he came on and did a job. Why couldn't Gravenberg, what till I do that in the final? Thought, you know what, we'll stay on the bench and we'll give Endo and Jones a start.
Mm.
Simple. I think if Slot watched 12 Man show and say this show over the past few weeks before then that week we had, he might have done things differently if we really listened to what we said.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, common sense, it don't matter who it comes from, bro. Common sense is
Yeah.
common sense. And
Yeah.
I don't care if you've
100%.
been in the game for thousands of years or 2 minutes. Common sense is common sense. And I
Yeah.
think Slot didn't use his common sense thinking, you know what? I don't know what he did. He's seen in Gravenberch over the weeks. Didn't you see that Gravenberch can't really run like he was
Mm.
4 months ago? Do you remember
Yeah.
Gravenberch 4 months ago, bro? The guy was running the show.
Yeah. Yeah. It was on. Yeah. 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 Like you said, yeah. It's like him saying, "Oh, look." I mean, again, he's the manager, so he's his opinion. What he sees is saying, oh man, I can't take over. Oh, we've got Endo. Oh man, Endo, man. It's no point, man. Let me just kill Gravy. It's disrespectful to the player. Like, I'm not saying he's saying that, of course, because we don't know. There's certain reasons, and managers have logic and flaw. Look, I'll give an example. When Pep Guardiola, when City played Chelsea, the Champions League final, City were the favourites.
Yep.
The all-conquering City. They and Pep tried to be clever. Excuse me. Hold on.
Yes, bro.
Thanks. Yeah. And Pep tried to be clever. And what did he do? He didn't play a DM and he didn't play in the strike up front. And then what happened? It went to bite him in the ass. Pause. You know what I mean? So you can't be too clever. And obviously, Pep learned from that and he done it again. You know, he didn't do it again. Obviously, when they won it, enter. You know, so you can't be too over clever or overconfident because it will help. It will hurt you. But and it did. It did to us. You know, like I said, man, the top quality players, yes, but those are statistics. But again, and I'll reiterate, man, if you play them again, then what's the point of a squad? There's 23. There's a squad for a reason. Rating or not rating, well, you have to use what you have, the tools. If you don't rate the player, cool, but fine. But your stubbornness, put that aside and let them play. You know, yes, Slot might not know about certain players, but he can do his due diligence. There's games on them. You know what they do, what they can work on. Use them because I will say this: if he actually did, then we'll be in a better position. We'll probably be in either one of the competitions in the Champions League, or maybe we would have won that final. You know?
That final was there to be won, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
there's there. Yeah, PSG was there again. As much as we
yeah.
bad in the first leg, the game was there to be won, and we didn't. You know, so That's something for Slot. He has to learn that from this season. This season, and not do that again. Because if that's the case, then we won't win anything. We won't. I promise you guys that we won't.
That's true. Abdul says summer players' budget strategy will likely not exceed 60 million. I think we'll spend money in the summer, start as a puppet to FSG.
Oh,
As a manager, if you're offered a Bellingham or let's think of a player quickly. Give me a big player, bro, like who would come to Liverpool in the summer. Who could? Let's say Tukameni. Okay.
okay.
If imagine Johnny Hayton gets led to Slot in December. I reckon that lad Tukameni at Real Madrid, we should go for him and get him in the January transfer window, just to give Gravenberch a bit of breathing space. Do you think Slot's going to say no? He'll be like, you know what? Get it done. I don't blame the managers. I blame the owners. Slot is just there to sort of train the people. That's the sort of famous saying now. He's only there to train the guys. Yeah, but he's not going to invite no idiot into his house. So he's going to be involved in the transfer sort of speculation, who we're going to get and this, that, and the other. Because he knows you don't want no idiot in the club. Klopp. Every guy that came to Liverpool, if Klopp didn't want him, I don't think he would get in. It doesn't matter how good they were and cheap they were. That's how cheap they were, you know, the main reason why they ended up coming. Klopp would want a good, decent professional coming in. So I don't blame the managers, Klopp or Slot, because for me, every manager would love to add an extra player to that squad they've already got to make them win. Because if Arne Slot won the Champions League and the Premier League this season, bro, the amount of bonuses he will get, so he's going to get rich off it. The amount of publicity, he'll be the number one manager in the whole world, the big time. So he wants to win, you know? So for me, I don't really understand where fans say, Klopp didn't want him, Klopp didn't want no one, Klopp didn't want no one. I'm thinking, every manager, even if I was a manager, I would always want to improve my team or squad. Nalante, what do you think?
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you, JK.
If you lose, you're getting sacked. If you keep on losing games, you're going to get sacked. So you're thinking, you know what, I'd rather bring that lad in. At least my job's safe then. You know what I mean? It's common sense, bro.
Yeah.
So it's the owners, not the managers for me.
No, 100%. Yeah, it's again just something.
Hope you're cool,
bro. Oh, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. What's the magic code? What's the magic word? Yeah, it's my show. This is our show. What's the magic word? Yeah,
Liverpool FC.
There you go. He's cool. He's got it.
Liverpool.
How you feeling, Fozzie? Are you cool?
Well, sorry, what? Say that again, mate.
How you feeling?
I just woke up, innit? I see everyone. It's like a crisis meeting around Liverpool Football Club, innit? Everybody's doing.
That's why we got a show together, bro.
Yeah, it's crisis.
The crisis meeting, man. Like, yeah, I
crisis
think
now.
Be calming down now, man. It's going over the top. I think we just got. I honestly think the players got fatigued, didn't it? The players are tired, man, and you can't fault them, guys. I've said it in my previous stream. Was it yesterday I did it? I don't know what day I did it. I just said, like, the players need us now, innit? This is the time we, as a fan base, got to play our part, and that's, helping them out through these dark stages they are facing. And you guys already know, Gravenberch is obviously withdrawn from the Dutch team. The guy can't run anymore, man. You see him on the pitch, he's struggling, and you see.
No wonder he got injured. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was always going to happen. We discussed this a while ago, you know what I mean? And we said, like, I said it many times on the streams. I said before the transfer windows in the summer when I was in America, I said it in the January transfer window. I said, like, if we don't sign players, we're gonna, experience difficult stages of the season, and that's what's happened. We've been playing with the same 11 guys. We gotta be like realistic here. If you know football and you played football and you're playing how many games in a season, like over 60 games, something like that.
70. Yeah.
You're challenging for everything. Like, it's difficult, man. It's difficult. You can't play. This is not the bloody 60s and 70s and 80s. This is like the 2025 is different, man. Football is coming thick and fast. You don't just play club football. You play international football now. Meaningless international football games. Remember, in the back of the days, guys, it used to be like it used to be international football just for friendlies in the midweek, and then you go back to the club after that. Nowadays, they have to go touring with the bloody international team for friendlies.
2 games, yeah.
Madness, man. Madness. I mean, and then
Nations League.
come back
Like,
and do
what's
all
the
that
point?
stuff. Yeah, we got to be careful, man. We got to be careful. As I said, the players have done nothing wrong, JK and Nalante. They've done absolutely nothing wrong. We're having a go at all of them, thinking like, it's their fault, but it's not, man. It's not.
Like, for me, I haven't really sort of said it's this guy's fault, but I just felt the Gravenberch and Sabotsarai getting picked in the final and Jota was the wrong move. Them 3 guys. I think Sabotsarai and Gravenberch have probably been one of our best players this season.
Did we ever think of ourselves?
But for me, I needed to see Endo instead of Gravenberch. It was common sense.
But did we ever think of ourselves, JK and Lalante? The manager is trying so the head coach is trying to set a message out there that he doesn't trust the squad that we have. Has anyone thought of that? I mean, sometimes managers, they give you messages when they're picking the team.
Yeah.
And he signed up for something that they already bribed him. They bribed him into. They told him, you're a head coach. You haven't got a lot of say. Obviously, if there's players available, we're going to discuss with you. And that's about it. You just have to coach the team. I mean, so he hasn't really got a lot of say. So you look at the players that's playing, and then you think to yourself, why is he always playing the same team? Maybe have we ever thought of like he's trying to give us a message that that's all he's got? I mean, that's all he could fight with. I don't think people think about that. Like I've always said it. Sometimes even Klopp used to do that. Sometimes it's like when you guys were discussing Klopp, does he decide on these players? Does he, does he reject players? What kind of managers reject good players coming to your team? And things like that. It doesn't make any sense. The depth of the squad, I've always said it, is a problem. And what comes off the bench is what we're struggling with at the moment. Because, they're not making any difference. Apart from, you could say, Harvey Elliott the other day and Chiesa. But Darwin looks out of sorts. There's Jones. It depends what Jones you get on the day. You know what I mean? It's just a mess, man. It was coming, guys. This was coming. I swear to you. I mean, the saddest thing about it is in a matter of a week, we've lost 2 finals, man. It's like a final of Champions League, isn't it? You're going to go to the quarterfinal next, isn't it? So it's like a final. So it's sad. It's very sad because this season could have been a very special season if we bought, the right players in the summer transfer or January, because a lot of people say about January is a tough month and all this stuff, signings and all that stuff. But our best players came from January transfers, man. So I don't know what people.
Man City didn't really find it a problem spending 200.
Exactly, man. So if you guys want me to share the board with you guys, we could discuss like where the issues are, what's happening. Let me share the screen with you guys, because I don't think people analyze the games and understand like how difficult it is. Because all we're doing is blaming people, not realizing like they can't do what they used to do in the beginning of the season, man. It's very difficult.
That's what I said.
Yeah, man. Hang on. Don't even know what's going on here. 1 second. Let me set it up. There you go. What were you like? Was it a CD or what? Why were we so circled?
It was like black.
I saw that.
That is brilliant. Oh my god. Yeah. So I don't know. This is what we was talking about Alvarez. Let me take it back. We'll put what's his name in there? Jota. Yeah, Jota is tough to watch, guys. Like, it doesn't look like the same Jota that we used to see anymore, man.
I know what's happened to him. That's probably the worst I've ever seen Jota not involved in both games at all. Like, nothing.
There's nothing coming. That's exactly. There is nothing. Absolutely zero coming from him. I mean, you need your striker in it, guys, like to hold up play and get the players coming on and things like that. And he doesn't even do that.
Yeah, to disrupt the defense of the opposition. Never did that. Never did that.
Exactly, man. So this is how we play against so Newcastle and PSG. Similar, obviously.
Same.
Changed with Trent. I mean,
Trent, big miss in that game.
Yeah, man. No creativity, no going forward. And you got to give Trent credit, guys. He has improved as a defender. You know what I mean?
He has.
He's been working.
He's better. He still has his deficiencies though, but he's been better. To be fair,
much better.
He's been better.
So if you look at Newcastle, guys, we lost in the midfield area, haven't we? Like we have. The thing is with midfield, guys, we haven't got aggression in midfield. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we've got technical players. Like sometimes he can be aggressive, McAllister, but he looked tired because when you're tired, is when you start moaning, start complaining. If you look at McAllister in the last 4 or 5 games, all you see him is whenever he fouls someone, he doesn't really foul them, but the referee gives a foul, even if he doesn't touch them. You know what I mean? He starts moaning. He's saying, "I didn't touch them." That's the sign of a player that's not playing within himself anymore, because you're only challenging the issues that you have in previous games. You know what I mean, guys? Like he's always moaning about the same stuff, and that's unlike McAllister. McAllister just usually gets on with it, doesn't he? And he just plays his game, and if we win the game, we win. If we draw, we draw. But recently I've seen him doing a lot of moaning, and I got pissed off with him, like watching the games. I love McAllister. I think he's one of the best midfielders in the world, in my opinion. He's quality, but he's doing a lot of moaning, and he loses a lot of balls now. I don't know if you see it, like when he's making passes. Player is like hitting someone, and then they attack and they get a chance. You know what I mean? And Gravenberch, he's got his own demons. I don't know what's wrong with him, apart from fatigue. That's all I know about
fatigue.
Him.
Simple. Yeah.
You guys discussed it. What do you think of McAllister, guys? Like, what's wrong with him?
I think he's the most aggressive out of the three, and he's been doing it all season. And it comes to a point where he can't really do it no more for a while. And that's the point there. I think that PSG game and the Newcastle game came to a point where all 3 midfielders were Pete-tongued. No energy, no aggression. And when you're playing a final against people like Joel Linton,
Tonali, Bruno,
and that other guy.
Never tell you something about it, brother.
So for me, there weren't enough aggression. Like, as soon as Steven Gerrard seen Joe Linton do that, Gerrard would have gone after him, thought, you know what, lad, calm down.
Yeah, you're doing shit.
Gerrard was in the stands. I was thinking, you know what, bro, I'd rather have Steven Gerrard on that pitch right now than Gravenberch or Szoboszlai. Yeah. And that was the truth.
If you look at the midfield the other day, guys, it was all like this. Each time we didn't have the ball, it's not the right numbers, but I'm just going to give you an example. They were all like this on us. Each time Liverpool don't have the ball, it's pressure, constant pressure on us like this. And we didn't know what to do. I mean, we didn't really, Gravenberch didn't do what he normally does, like, turn different, players and just glide through games. It was like this throughout the game. They were on us in every way, and we couldn't do nothing about it. Every player from Newcastle was like this. You could say the same about PSG away as well. Like, it's difficult. It's difficult when players are like this on your players. It's very hard to get out of it. But it's the most important thing in games is like, what do you do in return? You know what I mean? How do you get out of these difficult situations? And we haven't learned this season, in my opinion. We've been like, I've always said it, like, there's 2 parts of the season, in it, guys. Like, the first part is everybody's free. Everybody tries to play the formation, and they find their way, if they got a way of playing. And the second part of the season is like everybody else, they shut up shop, if you know what I mean, and they make sure nobody gets past them and all that stuff. And this is what's happening, because what we're forgetting, every team has got something to play for now. If you survive in the league, if it's finished as high as possible, the higher you finish, the more money you get in it. And then if you look at the other side of it, European, if you look at from 10 onwards, you could finish in European, position. So And then you got the Champions League spots, and then you got obviously the champions after that. So it's always going to be difficult. This is what we haven't learned, and I don't think anyone's told Arne Slot what the issues that can arise, during the season. Nobody's told him that. That's why he's finding it difficult now, because the two different parts of the season is especially the second part is a difficult time to be a manager, and it depends how you get out of it. That's why the struggles are showing at the moment.
Yeah, but we had the same sort of struggles last season, bro, as well. Remember what happened?
We bottled it.
And we did it again this year. And I'm blaming the owners and whoever's in charge of bringing players in for that.
The thing is, JK, we could blame the owners, yeah. But we can't just blame owners when we're losing games and drawing games. We have to be.
I know what you mean.
I know what you mean, JK. I understand. I'm not trying to blame you. I'm just trying to give you an example. It's not just us here. It's every Liverpool fan is the problem, in my opinion. We should have known long ago how bad it could get. You know what I mean? And we should be still talking about it, even throughout the transfer window in January. But we were just so happy, like in league position, Champions League position. We was top of the Champions League, top of the league, still in the FA Cup, still in the League Cup. And we forgot, like, we still have to, like, all get together and say we still need players. You know what I mean? We stopped. We didn't say nothing for a while, all of us. And now
True that. Because sometimes it papers over the cracks by winning. And but Norman, who goes to the games and stuff, he has been saying for a long time, since I've really got to know him and stuff, that we need a DM. And if we had a top class DM in the summer, we would have walked the Champions League as well. Imagine we had Rodri. I'm just giving you an example here. Rodri, for me, the best in the business and where he plays. If we had Rodri in the years Klopp was here, tell you the truth, bro, we would have won the Premier League every season.
Of course.
Simple as that. Yeah. But we never end up buying that DM who's going to do that job for us, bro. Gravenberch, fair play to the lad. He's come on leaps and bounds.
He's trying.
He's trying, and he's going to be a player for us. I really like Gravenberch. Top attitude, top professional. He knows how to play ball. And we ain't even seen the best of him. So that's a good thing. But for me, that guy, solid DM, Rodri, that type of guy, always needed. Always needed.
100%. I mean, you can't go into the season. It's like, let me give you an example, Nalante and JK. We bought Alisson. We bought Van Dijk to, to fill the jigsaw that we had in it. That's what we did. The gaps in the jigsaw, like, just to sort it out. The final piece was Fabinho, and look at the rewards we got after that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Guys, like, we beat some good teams, with these guys. Honestly, you need to look back, how good we was. I mean, we beat prime Barcelona, and we beat them with
Messi, Suarez, Coutinho, everyone.
Yeah, I wouldn't say prime, but they were good Barcelona. Yeah, they were good Barcelona, not prime.
They're still good. Messi was saying, remember what Messi was saying? We're going to win the Champions League before when the season started. That's what he said. That was their target.
They were good with Suarez and Messi. They were good.
They were good, but definitely, I wouldn't say prime Barca.
They were good. They were, to me, like, they were still like
they battered us 3-0 in their stadium. You know what I mean?
They were the best team.
They battered us, bro.
And look at the way we came back in that game, guys. Like, it wasn't a lack of trying. It wasn't lack of deserving it either. We actually deserved that game. We deserve even the first game to even walk out with a draw or something, because the way we played in that game was just...
Yeah, we had chances.
We had a proper striker, because we put Gini Wijnaldum as a striker. He did a good job, don't get me wrong. But
it wasn't the right move, but
with him, you know what I mean? But
that was being too clever. When managers do that, they fail.
But as you can see, like in the graphics there, guys, like, this is how they were. You look at Jota, 2 players, didn't drop off much. What I would have done if I was Jota, is drop off as deep as possible. Get one of the defenders out, and then you got that space to run into. I mean, and then this defender probably will go across, and then Salah's got space to run into. We didn't even do. We was just too static throughout the game. We was just too static. I don't know about you guys. I didn't see a lot of movements from our players, like 1-2s and all that stuff. It's like when we're facing other teams, we box them in and they still come out. But when we get boxed in, we never come out. It's like we've got lazy side of playing for some reason, guys. It's very difficult to watch. Like in order for you to win games, you got to match the opponents in hard work and grit. You're not gonna get a trophy by just walking around the pitch. I mean, I thought we was arrogant at times in our games. Like we didn't respect the opponents enough to study them. If you know what I mean, guys. I don't think sometimes we go through things like that.
Yeah. I agree with you, Fozzie, because for me, showing too much respect in a game of football will get you beat. And I think we're Liverpool Football Club. We're not West Ham, we're not Everton, but we're Liverpool. And these guys know when they come to Anfield, it isn't going to be pretty. So when PSG were 1-0 down, they should be the ones who are saying, you know what, I'll be lucky if we get the ball here at Anfield. Yeah. What did we do? Yeah, lads, have the ball. And Slott's done that a lot this season. Yeah. He's gave the opposition the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, it works for the guy at Forest. He can work that. Yeah, cool. Why? Because he's got donkeys in the bloody team. We've got world-class footballers at our club.
Yeah.
We don't do that every bloody game. Southampton were 1-0 up at half-time, bro, against us.
Yeah.
The bottom of the league club were 1-0 up at Anfield against us.
Goodness.
Why? Man. Because we were in first bloody gear.
Yeah.
Okay, we were in first gear. Why? He wants to save energy. Yeah. Well, you save energy by resting players and giving other guys a chance to come in and do a job against Southampton. And if Endo and Jones can't play against Southampton, them two should get their bags packed and should have gone already. If they can't play against Southampton.
Yeah, 100%, man. To me, like I look at that formation and the lack of movements is what cost us in that game, in my opinion. And if teams can do that against us, why can't we do the same? You know, it's like we're too proud to do hard work. You know, like you sort of work harder. Soboslai is another one we've got to speak about, guys. You know, people need to understand. You know, with Soboslai, he's a talent. We bought him for a talent reason. We didn't buy him for, you know, just to make up the numbers in the team. He's supposed to be like the spark, not just in running like a donkey, and like JK said, he's supposed to be the spark, like that creative, the creative side. Go on, JK. I'm sorry, like Nalante, go on, man. You gonna say something?
No, go for it. The spark, I was doing the sound effects. Go on.
No,
he's just, yeah. We ain't got a machine. Nalante, we ain't got a machine. We got to use beatbox or whatever. Fozzie's got the machine. The magic box. Yeah.
Stop it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That sounds like Soboslai against Newcastle. That does. Give me the ball.
Where's my milk?
Yeah.
Help me. Yeah.
Mad.
Almost like the issues I'm having with him. Yeah, and I did say it for a while. He needs to start stepping up now. You know what I mean? Because you know he's the next generation of leadership for our football club. You know what I'm saying? So he's the one who's gonna hopefully, you know, eventually take over the leadership, you know, of the team as well, because he's that type of player, as we already know what we've seen of him in his career. He just doesn't do enough for me, guys. I honestly think, like, for a guy that we bought for over 60 million, he just does running, but there's not enough, you know, creativity. He was scoring goals not so long ago. That stopped all of a sudden. He doesn't get the ball by a scruff of the neck sometimes, guys. I don't know if you noticed that. Like, you need your number 10 sometimes to stop the play and, you know, do, you know, like he could do long pass, short pass, things like that. He could do things like that, and he doesn't do enough of it, in my opinion. And sometimes on the pitch, guys, when the likes of Salah and players like that can't do what they normally do, you need other players to step up. And I thought Soboslai was that player, because we missed out on Bellingham and players like that for him. You know what I mean? So you could say the cheaper version, but I think he's talented. I've always said that he's very talented. He's got more in his game than we're watching right now. He's showing too much respect for the likes of Salah and that stuff sometimes, and that pisses me off. I mean, take long range shots. You know, do the through balls for the striker to run onto you. Sometimes when the game is not going our way, you know, commit fouls, or, you know, use your body, do something, you know, to keep the ball longer, if you know what I mean, guys. And he doesn't do enough of that. He's easy to push over, easy to intercept. Yeah, the leadership side is just doesn't exist. You know what I mean? And he's a captain for Hungary, guys, so he has got leadership in him. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know what you guys think about Szoboszlai. Has he disappointed, or are you happy with what he's doing at the moment?
Delante?
Look, with Sobo, to be honest, guys, look, I've always said I prefer him in a deeper role.
Yeah.
I prefer him next to Grav or whoever that person is, because he's better running with the ball, taking it from deep, and he can lay it off to, let's just say it was a Mac, whoever's up front. And then you can attack and then get the shots that he can score. But like you said, Fuzzy, and he hasn't done enough. He just hasn't, unfortunately. And sometimes when I watch Sobo, he has the ball, go forward with it, and then you go open, and then he just and he passes it back.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying. But again, he's another one. He's been poor, but most of them. But again, he's shattered, and again, and that's stubbornness from Slot. Like, and I've said it again, guys, and Fuzzy, I don't know if you heard earlier. Look, regardless of whether you think they're good or not good, like I said, and I know Steve said the comment which I said, look, regards to transfers, the transfer recruiter Hughes, Edwards, they don't tell Slot who to buy. They don't say that's it, it's final. They put a number of players and they say, look, do you want? This is who he is. This is all we can get at the moment. The head coach always has the final say from the players. He always has the final say in terms of transfers. There's a committee, but none of them forces a player, because the manager is the man managing the team. The head coach will pick the players. It's just them giving him advice. It's like, for instance, Klopp with Salah. As he said, Salah wasn't his first choice. Julian Brandt is the one he wanted. There's a committee that said, you know what, but no, I think you should go for more XXX. It's down to Klopp. And he said, you know what, all right, I'm going to trust your judgment. So no one forces a manager. They have to get the player unless they don't give them the sign off. They said, you know what, I'll go for it. Okay. And in terms of Domo, yeah, he's been poor. But again, like I said, some of these players, like, them play Harvey. Like, again, that's what I don't understand. People selling me about messages. Like, I understand, Fuzzy, you said messages of 14, 15. That's just, I'm sorry, that's just silly. That's just silly. You've got a squad of players. It's a 23-man squad, and like you don't dismiss the squad. Like, if Endo, Chiesa, I know he hasn't played for us, Jones, Elliott, if they haven't got credit in the bank, then cool, no problem.
Yeah.
But you're going for, this has been happening since the start of the year. Man United 2-2. You could see the little drips, but it wasn't that bad at that time. You could see. Your players are fatigued. Your players are tired. So do the simple thing. Even like I said, I got shot down for saying Salah should be benched against Southampton for Chiesa. It's like, I don't understand this. It's not even that deep. It's not that deep. You're telling me Chiesa can't play against Southampton for 60, 65, 70? Or if we're playing well and we're winning, then Salah doesn't need to come on. This all acclimatise. And they've been poor, the players, but Slot stubbornness hasn't helped. The Endos, the Harveys, the Joneses, you can see your players, and you've been stubborn, and this has cost us in a week. Now, of course, it's not going to be the be-all and end-all, because we are potentially, and we'll celebrate the league. So, look, Slot's done a lot of good things, but we can't just you can't be getting away with that 14 to 15 squad comment. I'm sorry, no. Because we can't have a manager like that. You use the players.
I've heard in Atlanta about him saying, about he likes a small squad. Is this true? He said that?
He said, yeah. He said 15, yeah. He said it. 15, well, work with 15 to 16 players. Yeah. So he's one of them, he said it.
Does he know what league he's in? Does he know what competitions? You see, this is like a small.
No one got injured in Eredivisie then. No one got injured.
Yeah.
This is a different league, my friend. This is a different league, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You can muck out with things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
this is what I'm saying, Ozzy. And that's what I'm saying. Arrogance cost him, in my opinion. Arrogance cost him in the 2 league games. If he would have rotated the players the players that could have done the job. We're not saying for them to start 1 or 2 games. Then we would have had a better chance. We would have been better. 100%, we would have been better. Whether we would have won or not, that's a different story. But I think we would have won at least one of the games. One of the games. It was either we would have been through in the Champions League, or the other side, we would have won that League Cup final. And that's the thing. And he's like, you put your ego aside as a manager. Let these players come and perform for you. How many times, guys, we've seen the Peps, the Joses, all these managers. They have a set. There's players. They look at the squad and they're thinking, next season I don't need my squad. But they still played them. They used them to the best of the ability, because you know why? All 23, they're all key. They're all key components. Yeah, some might play brilliant moments. There'll be a time when that player needs to step up.
Yeah,
that's what you should do. So, like I said, it's a learning curve, and sorry, I know I was digressing.
No, but you said the right things, bro. You said the right things. Like,
digressing. Yeah, and that for me, and that was annoying, and I don't how certain of fan base dismiss that, or say dismiss it, or just say, oh, this is it. And believe me, once we've complete, we'll celebrate it, and we all will. You know what I mean? I'm linking you guys up in Liverpool in May. You know what I mean? But we have to be real. We have to say that it was just bad from Slot, and you can't be doing that next season. That's all I have to say.
And I agree with him. And I would just say as simple as this, bro. When the midfield's struggling, but you're so adamant you want to start all them 3 guys, and Jota's not really offered anything in the previous 2-3 games, I would have sacrificed Jota and took in Jones first half Newcastle. Simple as that. And that's all he had to do. Because I would have been a happier guy with knowing, because we weren't attacking anyway in first half anyway.
We didn't do nothing.
We did nothing. So for me, that's why I said, bro, I would have sacrificed Jota straight away. I would have said, Jota, you're not starting. Darwin's not starting. We're going to play 2 up top, and we're going to just congest that midfield. Why? We're legless, but I want you guys to play anyway. You know what I mean? So, that was the tactic he got wrong that day. If you're going to play Gravenberch Szoboszlai, you got to make sure they got enough legs around them to support their game, because they're not really on top of their game right now.
Nope.
So common sense there. Look, he played it beautifully against Man City away, 2-0, beautiful. Yeah. Did it there, it worked. If it didn't work, don't play it again. But it bloody worked against Man City, the champions.
Did.
So what you do, you play that in the final. Why? Because your midfield's looking a bit iffy. Yeah. And you want to be sure that midfield battle isn't lost against Joe Linton and all these guys.
Guys, listen. Sorry, JK. Sorry, listen. I gotta go.
Okay, bro.
No worries.
Yeah, I gotta go anyway, man. But big up you guys. Big up the chat.
Having you on, bro.
Yeah, of course. Like, share, subscribe. And I'm out.
Peace out. Take care, bro. JK, I'm putting the lines like this is the connection you're supposed to have in games, innit? In order for you to be, a team, you got to connect with your players, bro. I mean, and I don't think we do enough of that. As a team, I don't think we do that anymore. If you look at the triangular I put with the midfield, I know it's too many lines, but I'm just trying to give an example. Then I'll talk about it as time goes on. If you look at the triangular in the midfield with the Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and McAllister, it was like that in the beginning of the season. Like they were switching positions. You know what I mean? If Szoboszlai has to come deep, he would come out from his role here to stop the other team from playing. If you know what I mean, if they're playing better than us, you know what I mean. Now we don't do that. Like it's and then he goes there, McAllister goes. Do you know what I mean? It was like that to have a rest or something like that during the game. And then it's like this the whole time. It was like this in the beginning of the season. Now we don't do that anymore. And then you see the circle, where the circle is. That's where the gaps are. Each time the ball goes over here, every team has an opportunity to score against us.
Bro, they can cook a dinner the amount of time they've had around there. In the last few games, they could have cooked a dinner there.
There's no connection between anybody. I've noticed. I love Salah, you know what I mean, as well as the next Liverpool fan. I'm not a fanatic of players. I'm a Liverpool fan first of all, guys. You know what I mean? That's what I do. Player, always talking about players individually is something in the past for me. I don't really do that. I want my team to do well as a whole. I don't want my team to do well as a one person, 2 person. This is what we're facing at the moment. If you think about it, the reason we are where we are because we're reliant on one player. I mean, and he has his own deficiencies as well. If you look at Salah, he claims to be a winger, but majority of the time when I watch him, he's up here. He doesn't really come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you take someone at that jigsaw, not working as hard as the other players, yes, he scores goals. Everybody loves him for that. Great. But if you want to score goals, then be a striker. But if you're the winger, you got to come back and help the fullback. You have to help the fullback, and we don't do enough of that. If you
I think we sort of work around that. Like,
but it doesn't
he's
work,
been here for years, bro. And
I know what you mean, but no. But even when Salah first came, I know he's older now and all that stuff. He still used to get back. You know what I mean? It's not like he stays up there the whole game. Now he just stays there the whole game, and then we start blaming the fullback, how rubbish the fullback is. But if you're not in sync with everybody, it's always going to be difficult for the fullback, JK. I'll tell you why. Because if you look at the opponents, their fullback will be here, and their winger is going to be here. So what chance has that fullback got then, JK? What chance has he got when these guys are already facing players that's they have to mark anyway? So what chance has that fullback got? We already know Gravenberch can't run. He's finished. He's fatigued. He's tired. McAllister the same, because they put so much into the season. They can't do what they normally do. How did we beat Man City, JK? Remember, we beat Man City this season because Salah got back, the winger got back, everybody got back into shape. That's how we beat Man City. And this is not even.
And we had Jones in there as well.
Yeah, this wasn't.
That's what tactics I wanted against Newcastle.
There you go.
Even against PSG, I would have played that at home.
There you go, bro.
2 games, we're looking legless. Let's chuck another guy in midfield.
Exactly, bro.
Because when you look at both games, bro, we didn't really attack them. Okay, PSG first 10 minutes, Salah had 2 beauty chances to score.
Yeah.
But other than that, we weren't great. So for me, keep it solid. We 1-0 up in that PSG game. That's the thing about it.
Yeah.
Hence why I didn't understand the Yota inclusion. I just couldn't get my head around that one. I was thinking, we're 1-0 up. PSG a dangerous team, bro, because in that first game, bro, they tried.
Yeah.
So for me,
you got to be realistic. You know what I mean? You got to tell the truth, JK. Like, if you want to win games, I've always said it, man. In that jigsaw, everybody's got to be included. You can't have one out of that. And you could score a lot of goals and all that stuff, but hard work has to be part of the the formation you set out. Football's not given to people, I think that's what people misunderstand. They think like if you don't work hard, you're still going to win games. We're not at that position yet. We haven't got the respect of the opponents yet. Because we haven't put ourselves in that position. This season we wasn't meant to challenge, but we're challenging. So, and we're gonna hopefully win the league as well. So the next steps of intimidation of other teams will come if we continue to progress. But that comes with hard work and grit. If we don't have that, it's going to be difficult. You look at Man City. Why were they successful? Because Pep Guardiola had all those players down the years. He never let them step, back. Like he never put a player in a pedestal that he can't work hard. Every player pulled their weight on that pitch. That's a sign of a great team, and that's a sign of consistency. And Liverpool Football Club, JK, in the past, everybody used to work hard. There was no slacking, and this is what I'm trying to tell you. Great, he scores goals and all that stuff, but if we don't work together as one, teams ain't gonna be scared of us, man. They're gonna have a go at us like PSG did and Newcastle. The most important thing that's come out of both games, and I alluded to in the previous streams, the most important thing that's come out of the games is I don't think PSG was that good. Is how bad we've been, because the same outcome happened in the Newcastle game. You know what I mean, JK? If you look at the way we played, it's just similar to both games. So you said it started at Southampton game. I said it started at the Wolverhampton game. If you look at the Wolverhampton game, we was awful. Absolutely.
2-1. Yeah.
And, they scored an easy goal and all that stuff. But we didn't look like we was in the game at times. And then we took it to the Southampton game. And then first half, they were leading 1-0. And then we took it to the PSG away game. We got battered. but we got away with the one because of a goalkeeper playing outstandingly, playing in a form of his life. And then, we played the second game. We played so well in the first 30 minutes. We got tired. We couldn't run anymore. We missed a lot of chances. And then they got into the game and they controlled the game. That's the worst part of it in the PSG at home game, JK. I've never seen a team come to Anfield and pass around us like they did and create chances like they did in years.
Yeah.
In years.
That wouldn't happen under Klopp.
No, never happened. Never.
You understand what I'm saying? Like fair play to Slot, he's done great, but when you invite opposition to eat that much at your ground, they're going to take over.
100%.
So Slot got it wrong. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to blame the players, really. No. I think Slot got it wrong. Yeah,
we got to rise up, man. But going forward, JK, because I'm going to go as well. Going forward, us as fans, we need to rise up as well because at the moment we're in a bad form, a very, very bad form, guys. Sometimes in that rut, it's very hard to get out of. I looked at our fixtures. Yeah, let me bring it up. Let me bring it up to you guys because it's a very. If you look at Arsenal and our fixtures, we've got very difficult fixtures, JK. Absolutely difficult fixtures, bro.
Yeah, they got Fulham the night before we got Everton.
Yeah.
Quickly, just off top of your head, bro. Like I asked Nalante who would have in that midfield against Everton. I'm going Endo, Jones, McAllister.
Bro, no matter who we go with, he's gonna pick the same team, isn't he? Let's just be realistic.
Gravenberch injured right now. He's still gonna be playing much.
Yeah. It's the truth. It's the truth, bro. It's not even a lie. This is how it is at the moment with us. We're just gonna play the same team. He doesn't trust the squad, bro. He does not trust the squad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is, bro, all these people he don't trust have actually come back and paid him back.
Yeah.
Darwin came in, goal, assist. Endo come in, seen out games. Chiesa's come in, scored goals. Elliott's come in, scored goals and got assists. So for me, these players haven't like all these players have done something.
Yeah.
When they've come in on subs. So for me, they've shown the boss, hey, you know what? When Gravenberch and Szoboszlai and McAllister need a bit of a rest, you got us guys here ready to win it for us because we love Liverpool, Endo, would he would he get into the Real Madrid team, Man City team? I don't think so. But for me, sometimes the subs, you can't really have that many world-class sort of players on the bench. Why? They're going to start stressing. Why ain't I starting? Why ain't I starting? So you need soldiers like Endo, Jones, Elliott and people like that to fill that squad up. Yeah. So when you need them, bang, they come in and do a job. And they've done it, bro. That's the thing why I'm annoyed. Why? Because Chiesa came in, did really well. We thought, you know what? Eventually he's fit now. And then we haven't seen him in a long time. Even though he's been on the bench. So that shows me he's fit to play part of the game. He came on against Newcastle and he was the only guy in the whole of the match who looked like he was going to do something.
Yeah. I love the attitude Elliott came on.
I love it, bro.
The way he made that pass to Chiesa. Oh, wow.
That slide tackle. I love that slide tackle Chiesa did.
Yeah.
Should have brought him on at half-time. Half-time, I'm bringing Darwin on. I'm bringing Chiesa on.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
You're 1-0 down. And then what happened? They got the second goal. I think the second goal killed us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Realism says we have a good team, not an elite team. We have a good squad, not an elite squad. If City are 20% better next season, this team won't win the Premier League, in my honest opinion. You're spot on, bro. I agree with you, man. We need to, I don't know about you, JK. I think next season, once we win the league, I'm looking to retain it. I'm not looking to drop off. How do you guys in the chat and everybody, what do you guys think about that? I'm looking to retain.
For me, bro, what you're saying, exactly that. Every team wants that. But for me, do you remember the Champions League final? We won. And we ended up getting Harvey Elliott, Adrian, and Sepp van der Berg. Okay, that don't show me no dominance. I want to dominate it again. I want to win it again next year and the Premier League at the same time. That don't show me nothing like that. Our owners are not designed like that. Hence why I'm not getting on this bandwagon. We're looking to buy this guy in the summer.
Nah,
We're going to do
bullshit,
this.
man.
I
Look,
don't give a fuck.
every streamers are doing it at the moment.
Yeah,
And
I'm not
I
listening to that.
And I said to them, you're insane. You know that, like, you're beyond insane. You said the same thing like last season. You said the same thing in the summer. You said the same thing the season before. Like you're repetitive of the same bullshit every freaking season, mate. You know what I mean?
There
It's
you go.
never changing. We're not gonna get players that you want. We're gonna spend over 200 million. Where are we gonna get 200 million from? They already told you we're in a deficit of 50 million, right? Something like that. We've lost 50 million or something like that. Deficit of 50 million. So, you know what I mean? Where are we gonna get this money from these owners? Like, even if you win the Premier League, they're not gonna spend. They did look at that time we won the Premier League. Did they really spend a lot of money? Not really. You know what I mean? We've got obviously Jota, Thiago, and Simicas. Okay, did we need all that, or did we need beyond that, like that season? You know what I'm saying? So it was. Listen, it's just the same repetitive thing. I got a feeling there's something in sync with these guys who stream and these guys who report shit like this with the local press or something, just to put it out there to just make us lose focus of reality, which is the struggles that we have on the pitch and off the pitch as well. I honestly think that, JK. I think they're just trying to make us lose focus, trying to give us hope to ignore the deficiencies that we have at the moment.
Like, for me, bro, I've said it for years that these guys run the club like the Tories run England, and it's as simple as that. And I'm telling you, it's exactly the same way.
JK, I swear, I'm not lying to you. I was thinking that the other day. I said,
there you go.
Liverpool
Great
fans
minds think alike.
Liverpool fans think about things like this, like politically. You know what I mean? The way the Tories run the country and all that stuff, they're against them. But when their club gets run the same, it's okay. Don't they supposed to be fighting things like this? Like, I'm sorry to say it, but I'm just trying. I know, like, I'm going beyond my boundaries and all that stuff, but I'm just trying to give you an example. We, as a football club, challenge the Tories. We hate their system of the way of thinking of life, but we're allowing people who don't give a damn. They didn't even turn up in the final. I don't know if you guys know that there was no ownership in the final. By the way, only Billy Hogan. I only saw Billy Hogan shaking the players' hands. I didn't see even the chairman wasn't there. You know what I mean? Tom Warner, he wasn't there. There was no John W. Henry or his wife. Nobody. It was just the Billy Hogan executive that was there for us. So
that's embarrassing.
If they're not even there backing us for finals, you know what I mean, as they should, as an ownership, what chance have we got, man? It's a mess. But forget about them. Let me just talk about the fixtures, JK. Look at our fixtures, bro. We've got Everton. We've got Fulham away. Everton is going to be difficult, bro. They will do anything to stop us from winning the league title. They will. I'm telling you, they'll be on our toes. They will be on our brains. They will bully us. We're not good at people bullying us, as you saw in the last few games. They will do everything to stop us. I know it's at Anfield, but it's Anfield, isn't it? So even Everton, they'll feel at home. You know what I mean? So you got to look into things like that, guys. That game is going to be difficult. You got Fulham away. Just beat Spurs the other day, but I think 2 goals.
2-0. 2-0, yeah.
That's a difficult team. They could beat anyone in their day. West Ham, they got Graham Potter now, so they got a formation set. They got a play. They got a base, obviously, compared to the West Ham that we beat 6-2, is it 6-1 or something recently?
5-2.
So 5-2. So it's not the same team.
5-1. Yeah.
Leicester, I'm expecting us to beat because everybody's battering Leicester at the moment. There's no excuse for that one.
Leicester, probably one of the worst teams I've seen in the Premier League, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Very poor.
And then we've got Tottenham at home. I'm expecting us to beat them. We battered them. But the thing is, Tottenham's injuries are coming back slowly. You know what I mean? Van der Ven and, Romero, all these guys are coming back slowly into their team. Chelsea away, it's always difficult, no matter what team we're facing. If it's a Chelsea team that's not good, or Chelsea team in between, or Chelsea team that's good, we're always going to struggle because that's how it is with Chelsea. Arsenal at home, that could be a Premier League decider, guys. You know what I mean? That could be. That's how far these fixtures can go. You know what I mean? I'm only giving you one team we could convincingly win, in my opinion, which is Leicester away. Tottenham at home, if they get all their players back, it's going to be difficult, but I'm expecting to win that game. But if you look at the fixtures, what do you think, bro? Brighton away is not going to be easy as well. Don't forget, guys, Brighton away is very difficult for the best of teams, not just us. Crystal Palace at home, they beat us at home last season. That's where we lost the league title. So it depends what Crystal Palace you're going to get on that day. Because down the years, I think Crystal Palace have played very well against Liverpool. Always.
Yeah.
What do you think about the fixtures, bro? We could go from Everton.
Like for me, bro, I thought after the PSG game, I thought what a big game to have after the PSG disappointment, the Newcastle United final at Wembley.
Yeah.
And we didn't even step up for that one. So I'm thinking right now, after that Newcastle game, I'm thinking, okay, you know what? We've got international break, but what a game to come back to. The Merseyside derby.
Oh, what a game.
Yeah. So these guys better step up, bro. I think it's sort of embarrassing in the way they've just deflated.
Yeah.
And for me, sometimes footballers got to be honest with themselves and say to the manager, boss, I need a few games off. I'm not at it. I'm not at the races. Give someone else a try.
Yeah.
It'll be better for the club, better for the team, it'll be better for us. And I don't think the players do that, bro. For me, Gravenberch, like John Hettinger's there. You got all the other guys there on the bench. Don't they see what we see? That Gravenberch had no legs in that PSG and Newcastle game. And that's what it is, bro. Hence why, like now, we've got an Everton game coming up. The first one when we get back. Big game, bro. Looking forward to it, of course. But remember what they did to us. 2-2 in their stadium, last minute equaliser.
Yeah.
They don't want us to win nothing. So they're going to try to put a shift in. And they're a better team since Moyes has sort of came in, you know, so...
More organised, more well-drilled. More
drilled, that's the word. Exactly. I've seen their games and they look a bit more with it, you know?
Yeah. So as you can see the fixtures, JK, where do you see the wins really being? Like, if you...
Like, for me...
Opinion. Let me just read this message before we go.
Yeah.
Steve says, at Fosdy, you are 100% right. Arnie sending a sublime message to the fans with his selections. Only smart 40 guys can see these messages. Klopp sent this messages also. There you go. It's about the players he keeps playing every single time, guys. That's what Steve's talking about. He always gives you messages, and that he hasn't got enough in the squad for him to select from. He doesn't really like the players that's on the bench. That's what I've been trying to say. FSG selling Diaz, Jota, Nunes this summer, 100%. Diaz is done, in my opinion. But listen, he's almost 29 years old. He's almost 29 years old, guys. Like, that's the next step for him. What's he gonna do? Get finance while you can. You know what I mean? Jota ain't no striker. He's a wide left attacker. Do you agree with that, JK?
Yeah. He's probably looked better on the left, you know. Yeah. Him and Darwin have played on the left a lot of times, and they've looked good on there. So, yeah.
Steve says Newcastle energy levels steamrolled us. Steamrolled us. We were fatigued. You're spot on, man.
Simple tactics.
I honestly think, I don't know if you guys agree with me in the chat, and you, JK, sorry. I honestly think they rested a lot of players for this final, because I remember before we entered the final, there was a lot of players saying they're injured. Some of them didn't even play in our game. I remember Isak wasn't playing in our game. A few players dropped out of our game. So I think they've been preparing for the final for a while, guys. You know what I mean, as long as they haven't got that, you know, the distance in the points in the league, you know what I mean, from 10th to, 4th and all that stuff. Because don't forget, 5th can get you Champions League football next season. So they're willing to sacrifice points in order for them to win that final. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. I don't know if you agree with me, JK.
Yeah, but they beat, the night we played PSG, they beat West Ham the night before 1-0 away.
Yeah.
So they had a good little result. And then the next day, we've sort of played 120 minutes. Lost our penalties, got Trent injured. So they're thinking happy bloody days.
Yeah.
And it ended up like that. We missed Trent big time against them. Trent's the guy you get from the back. He switches it from right back to the left wing. He gives Salah the ball when he can. Salah looks a bit more energetic.
Yeah.
Darwin also.
They got a rapport in it. They got a great relationship.
They've been playing for years together, bro. And it's always worked.
Long time, bro. Realism says we have good players, not elite players. Hence, I think pressing a certain way, they can't retain the ball or pass in tight spaces to get out. You're spot on. That's what I said earlier. Realism. I did say when teams we box them in. I don't know if you agree with me, Jacob. They get out somehow. But when we box teams in, so when they box us in, we don't know how to get out of it. You know what I mean? We don't do 1-2s and all that stuff. Pass and move. We don't really do that. Other teams can do that to us, but we can't do it to them for some reason. It's weird. Spot on realism, though. Big up, bro. Please, guys, hit the likes as well for us. Yeah, the fixtures, JK. What do you think of it? And the chat, of course. Where can we get the wins from?
All of them. We can win them all.
Where are you worried?
I'm not worried. Fulham away could be tricky. Fulham, not a bad outfit. West Ham at home, no problem. Leicester away, no problem. Tottenham at home, no problem. Chelsea away is no problem for me because they're not really great. But we should beat them. And then we got Arsenal at home. Gotta beat them. That's like for me the statement. Beat them, man. And then Brighton away could be tricky. And then Palace at home. So there's about 3 games in there that sort of, if you include the Chelsea Arsenal games, you got Tottenham as well, Brighton. They're for me the tricky ones, and Fulham. So there's about 5 games that are a little bit tricky, but for me, should win all of them. Why not?
Okay. I'm expecting Arsenal to drop one. Let's get to Arsenal.
Yeah, they're going to win all their games just to be on the level pegging with us, bro.
Yeah.
So they're going to win all 9.
Arsenal have it easier, I think, running than us, in my opinion, when I'm looking at Arsenal. They've got Fulham at home. Fulham is going to be difficult, but the thing is, Fulham away, they're not very good away. And then they've got Everton away. Everton's going to lay down, innit? Let's be honest, bro.
Bro, if they do, that shows you what they're all about then. Since Moyes has come in, bro, they haven't played weak in any games. Beto is like Maradona right now. You know what I mean? That's how, like, come on. But you can imagine Everton against Newcastle. Everton think, you know what, have a goal or two, it's all right.
Yeah. Guys, hit the likes, please. Yeah.
Maybe Tottenham will do that for us, bro.
No. And then they got Brentford at home. There's too many home games for my liking, bro, in the Premier League. You know what I mean? They got Real Madrid in between, but you know what I mean? That's a good one. If they lose to Real Madrid, obviously it will be a downer for them.
Deflation.
Yeah, it will deflate them, like JK said. 100%.
I think they will be cautious in the Premier League game because they know already they're not winning that Premier League. That's my opinion. So what they're going to do, they're going to go all up against Real Madrid, thinking they can win it.
Yeah.
I don't like Real Madrid, but I hope they teach Arsenal a lesson.
So, is Fulham more than capable of getting a result, a draw or a win?
Yeah, they can get a draw. They can get a draw.
Yep.
We drew with them 2-2. Robertson got sent off. So Fulham are not a bad outfit, bro. They got good players. Iwobi, for me, come on, leaps and bounds this season again. Not a bad little player. Yeah, Raul Jimenez sort of scoring.
They are fighting for something for them. The 8th. So
8th, not bad. Not bad for them.
The Champions League football. You know what I mean? So they're only, 3 points behind Man City. So
there you go then. So that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people saying this season's easy.
Yeah, the spot.
A lot of people said this season's easy, this, that, and the other. I'm thinking, look at all the teams behind us. They're very tight. Imagine us, we didn't step up. We were with them guys.
And Nalante about that. What do you think of that nonsense about this season has been poor league and all that stuff? What I said when someone asked me that in Twitter, I just said, how can you say it's poor when you see the likes of Fulham and you know Forest and all these guys in the league like this? How can it be poor? Everybody's, even Chelsea. Chelsea was finishing 10th, 12th not so long ago. You know what I mean? They were in the bottom half.
Yeah, they're better. They've stepped up this season. Yeah.
Look at the closeness in the top 10. Yeah, I mean, like, how can this be a poor league? I don't understand why. Because one team is running away with it with 70 points. But if this season is a poor league, what about the 4 seasons before that? You know what I mean? Like when Man City won it 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Isn't that poor? That's a farmers league. So I don't know where these people are coming from. It's a very poor league. When I see the likes of Nottingham Forest, even Chelsea, I mean, with this team they got, Newcastle, Brighton, Fulham, Aston Villa, and you know, Bournemouth, Brentford, all these guys within the same points almost. How can that be a poor league? It's just one team set themselves in a way they have to be
the best. Yeah.
But we as a football club, Liverpool Football Club, when we go head to head with teams, we always lose that. Prime example, last season, we had a game against Man City at home. What happened? McAllister got done in the chest last second of the game. If we got a penalty, maybe we could have won the league. Head to head, we're not good at people. We're always going to get problems. That's why we lost to Man City twice with 1 point behind them. You know what I mean? And then you look at the season before, the Rodri handball. You know what I mean? That's another one as well. Like if Everton drew that game, Liverpool could have won the league. You know what I mean? That's another thing as well. And then head to head, Liverpool are not very good because screw jobs are always around the corner. It's very difficult for us. And this is why the seasons we win the league, we're always ahead of everybody by far. You know what I mean? So us being like that many points clear, 12 points clear of Arsenal, is deserved because we've done it all this season. We've tried everything with the same 11. We got ourselves in such a great position. We can't drop off from there. And you know, us losing one game in the whole of the season shows how much we deserve this as well. Because you know, in normal circumstances, Nottingham Forest at home, if we played with a fresh squad, I don't think they would have beaten us. We could have been undefeated this season if we. But then again, you could say that loss could have been a blessing because it motivated us, you know, for the next games, and other teams have hope, you know, and all that stuff to beat us, you know. Instead of like us always concentrating, we have to be undefeated. We have to be undefeated. That can be a burden sometimes, man. You know what I mean, guys? We could drop a lot of points thinking like that. So, yeah, listen, this season it ain't as bad as doom and gloom as people say, guys. It's a very, very good season, and the league. Look at the league, man. It proves it. It proves it. Look at the points. I mean, on the last one here, the points here. Look at that. Like everybody's close together apart from the one at the top. Come on, man.
And who's that at the top, bro?
Liverpool FC.
There you go. Simple as.
Oh, with Arsenal, bro. I'm looking at their fixtures. I find it very hard to see where they could drop points, man, because they grinded out the 1-0 wins, innit? The 1-0 to the Arsenal, innit? So we talked about obviously Fulham. Fulham can get a draw or a win on their day. Everton away. Everton depends on what Everton that turns. Is it better than Everton or is it the Everton that's gonna roll over? I mean, that's two. But then again, David Moyes is undefeated, so he might want to, you know,
he might want to keep that going.
Yeah. Brentford always, you know, problems for other teams. It depends what Brentford you're gonna get.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. These 3 games. I see Arsenal
tricky.
It's tricky, but I see Arsenal wins, to be fair, mate. Ipswich away, they're gonna batter Ipswich. You know that, JK. You know that.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace at home, tricky one as well.
That's a tricky one.
I think they have a good record against Arsenal, Crystal Palace.
Depends if Marteta's fit.
Yeah. He was talking the other day. I didn't even know his ear came off, man. Did you know that? Like
what?
Yeah, wow. His ear, apparently the side of his it looks like his ear, something happened to his ear or something.
Mad. Okay.
The studs went through his ear or something. And then you got Bournemouth. Yeah, they could give a game to anybody. Let's be honest, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and you got Liverpool away, obviously Arsenal. I think we're going to beat them. I think we're gonna teach them a lesson in that game as well.
I want that.
I think Saka should be back around that time as well, shouldn't he? Really? Newcastle at home. Newcastle obviously beat them home and away in the cup, so anything's possible in that game. And then Southampton away, easy win. So if you look at the fixtures, they've got easier fixtures than us, but we're already clear at the top. You know what I mean? It depends how we go into games, isn't it, JK? If we're gonna go into games, you know, with caution and, you know, taking it, you know, like don't go
first gear, second gear.
Yeah, don't go too gun ho. Just you know, take care of the game. Just win the game and get out. That's all we need to do in these games. You know what I mean, JK? Well, all right, JK. I might be back tomorrow night, guys. If you guys are, let's read out the messages in before we go. I might come with a panel tomorrow night if you guys are interested. So just keep an eye on that. And what was I in the messages, bro? I can't. Man, so many. I don't even know where we are. Who's muted? I'm not muted. Where was I? Hang on. Yeah, but as discussed, JK. I'm just gonna go there. You know, with the league, JK, where do you stand with everything, like in regards to the league? Like, is it a sure win for you now, or are you still hesitant about what?
No. For me, the league sort of wrapped up. I just would have liked the League Cup with it as well. That would have been nice, if you understand. But for me, the league right now, we gotta just be playing better than we have done. Why? Because I just don't want any sort of negativeness to come over our team's display this year. I think the league-wise, we've done really well. 1 defeat all season. We've had iffy moments, Newcastle away, Fulham at home, Man United at home.
Yeah.
We've had a few, but all in all, it's been a top season in the league for me. Yeah.
Good one, bro. I like that. Bro. Husam is crashing out on Coppish. LOL. The contract situation has the man in a deep depression.
I think majority of people, because like, no one's got a clue what's happening.
All of us are in that situation. True, Don. Yeah, but it is what it is, man. I'm not here about contracts, bro. I'm here about winning the league. I want to win the league, bro. The contract thing can be sorted out at the end of the season, if you know what I mean. But the thing is, like, if they don't sign a contract and they leave for free, where are we gonna be after that? That's the question.
That's a mad one. That's a mad one. But I'm also going to be annoyed if, imagine all 3 signed. Just saying, all 3 said, yeah, we're going to do it. Why wouldn't it didn't last year before the season started? Why put us fans through that all season? Why?
There's no respect for us, man. Listen. This ownership don't have respect for us. Let's just.
They got no respect. They don't give 2 damns. Like, they will use it as an excuse not to buy anyone.
Yeah.
Why? Because we want to increase.
The most loyal fans in the world, JK. Like we back anyone like who represents our football club through thick and thin. But I don't think these ownership ever respect the fan base as much as other clubs respect their fan base. You know what I mean? To me, like, out of any fans in the Premier League or in the world, the one that should get the most, out of their ownership and everybody is Liverpool Football Club, because I don't think I don't think you get loyalty like this anywhere else in football. I honestly don't think so.
You don't. No. You don't. Even when we had rough years.
Yes.
There was no internet about them days. Thank God. We kept it cool. Have you seen what United fans have been? They were protesting the other week.
Yep.
After they spent 500 million in the summer.
There you go.
Like, come on, man. Yeah, just mud.
Realism says, yes, we were good, but imagine more investment into the squad with more quality players. We would have won more. I agree with you, Realism.
100%.
There were stages, I guarantee you, JK will agree with me. There was stages we could have been the best team in the world, like, consistently, and we didn't take opportunity.
We did take advantage.
What do you think about that, JK?
Bang on. Like, bang on, bro. Like, for me, football is a time where we're not Leicester City. Come in, win a Premier League and shoot. Like, don't do nothing ever again. We're Liverpool Football Club. We win the Premier League this year. We're going to have the most Premier Leagues or league titles won in England. We've already got the Champions League and the League Cup. The most cups in both of their titles as well. And that's how you are the top team in England, bro. So hence why, for me, this season, I was happy to take the Premier League instead of the Champions League. I think, you know what? It's about time we got it 2020 against United.
Yeah.
But dominance comes when the owners want it, I believe. The owners will give the manager extra goodies to make sure that dominance stays for 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
Chelsea spent a lot of money, but they spent it foolishly. God knows what they're doing. United spent a lot of money, spent it foolishly. I think us and City are the only 2 clubs. Even when you look at Arsenal, really, when you really look at them, not great Havertz and all these type of people, man.
No, you're buying rejects, bro. You're buying rejects, man. Come on, man.
You're buying rejects, man. Jesus, Zinchenko. Come on.
If your rivals are willing to sell to you, then you're in trouble. If you're buying,
you're in trouble.
You're actually buying players that your rivals are willing to sell to you. That's a scary thing, man.
Bro, and you know what? I'll quickly say something about that. I'm so happy Liverpool are sort of separated from any other club. Like, we will never buy players from City, Arsenal, Chelsea, or United. But these guys do it.
Yeah.
Arsenal and Man United have done a lot of business over the years. Arsenal and Man City have.
Yep.
You know, Everton and United. They've all got their connections. But us, like, we don't do that. Thank God we don't do that.
I mean, like, what do they call them? B-Tech players. You know what I mean? I love that shit, man. Yeah. You don't buy, come on, man. If your rivals are willing to sell to you, you don't buy, man. You don't go there. I mean,
I think Arteta brought...
JK, they're not even fighting for them. That should tell you something. They're not even fighting to keep them. But yet you go and buy those players. It's crazy.
You end up paying a fee for them type of guys. Look, what benefit has Zinchenko and Jesus done for Arsenal? Nothing, bro. For
Waste of
me,
money.
they were brought in to highlight Arteta's special. He's bringing Jesus and Zinchenko in. There you go. There you go. He's got the pull. He's got the pull. He's bought Man City players, Jesus and Zinchenko. I knew that then. That's like, wow, wicked. Liverpool will never do that. Do you think Liverpool would buy Zinchenko and Jesus off Man City?
Hell no.
Never in a million bloody years.
No. We tried to get Alvarez though, from what I've heard. That's a good buy. And look what happens, isn't it? When you try to buy an asset, you know what I mean, a good player from them, they don't sell you those players. There you go, people. You know what I mean? That shows you already. When they're willing to sell you players, that means they think they're poor.
They're donkeys. They're done at their club. They ain't great. We'll get a fee from so we're selling them to you.
Steve says Prime Barca was under Pep Guardiola the most feared team in football. I thought, Messi was his peak of his powers when he came to Anfield and he scored that free kick against Alisson. I still think they were somewhere. You know what I mean? I think Liverpool just disrupted them because we had a younger team, fresh legs, fighting for each other. Everybody played their part in that team, if you know what I mean. It was a hard-working team that's difficult to beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So...
do you remember Robertson pushed Messi? Huh? Robertson pushed Messi in that game when he was on the floor.
We wasn't scared of nobody.
We lacked that energy against PSG and Newcastle. Simple
exactly, bro.
Exactly. Simple as.
Realism says you don't deserve anything if you don't score. Yes, you're right, 100%. Scoring is a skill, and they scored 3, and we were clinical. Yeah. Our lack of clinical finishing without a top-class striker has cost us trophies. You're spot on, Realism. I love this guy, man. I've never met him before.
Realism, he's from 12th show.
Things like me, man.
He's from 12th show, yeah.
I agree with you, Realism. You don't go into a season without, with Darwin Núñez. You already gave him 2 seasons to prepare himself. This season, he's only, how many goals has he got? 4, 3, something like that?
He's got 5.
That's poor for a striker.
No, 7. He's got 7 goals, 5 assists in all competitions. Gakpo, 16 goals, 5 assists, all competitions. Diaz, 13 goals, 4 assists, all competitions. Szoboszlai, 7 goals, 5 assists. Jota, 8 goals, 3 assists. And then you got Mo Salah, 32 goals, 22 assists for him.
Look at the gap, bro. Look at the gap. Look at the gap, man. I mean, if you have someone like Alvarez or Isak, at least you'll get goal return. You know what I mean? Maybe 15 goals a season. That's what we're missing. You look at the Liverpool that was successful under Klopp. I think Mane got 14, 15 goals a season. Firmino about 13, 14 goals a season. You know what I mean? So everybody had a goal tally that was high. You know what I mean? At some stage, I think Mane finished the top scorer with Salah, as I remember.
Yeah. Him, Son, and Salah, yeah.
Yeah, so...
and
Aubameyang in it one season as well. I think it was Aubameyang, Salah, and Mane. I'm sure it was something like that. Yeah. So it shows, JK, innit? If you share the goals around and step up when the main man ain't scoring, the trophies are there, and we don't have enough of that. The thing that angered me before the cup final, there was a video going around, obviously in Liverpool TV, and they were asking the players who's going to score in the final, and they all picked Salah, just one player. What about the other players? I mean, where's your target in the games? And Salah even picked himself, I think, as well. So it's a joke when you see things like that. I mean, you're a striker and you're not even picking yourself to score goals. What the heck is this, man? You know what I mean? Like, pick another teammate. It's always Salah.
Gakpo getting injured, wrong timing.
Wrong
I
timing.
think we needed him. We needed him against PSG and Newcastle because he was on form, bro. He was playing the best football of his life. Life was good. Bang, got injured. And I tell you the truth, we've suffered since as well.
Oh, 100%. 100%, bro. We have to improve. Okay, so John RK.
Oh, bless John.
Yeah, big up, bro.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we do have to improve, mate. We need a lot of improvement in our team. 100% agree with that. Steve, what is he saying? Steve says the warning signs were there against Wolves. Yeah, I said that. People look at the Southampton game, but if you look at the Wolves game, that's where it all stems from. It started in that game. We didn't play well. We did not play well at all in that game. Against Wolves, Southampton, before our defeat against PSG and Newcastle. You're spot on. You're spot on. I agree with you 100%. Big up, Uncle Rods, man. Big up.
That's Uncle Rods, yeah.
So I'm just going down the comments before we get out of here. Please hit the likes, people, and subscribe if you're new as well. Appreciate that. Help the guys out with myself, of course. We're trying to, make it a regular thing, innit, JK, here. Just enjoy it, like more of a daily basis kind of thing. We're trying our best.
We're trying our best.
Yeah. How does Dom look world class playing for his country and looks average under Arnie at Liverpool? You could answer that.
Because for me, when you're the main man, then all of a sudden you're not the main man, Solaris or whoever, Capco. What happens is your game you take a step back mentally, and that's Szoboszlai in a sentence right there. It's a mental thing with Szoboszlai. I've seen Szoboszlai play some good games for us over the last 4 months. Yeah. The Tottenham 6-3 game, like for me, the best game he's played for Liverpool. I was like, bloody hell, who's this guy? You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, in the Man City away game, 2-0, bro. Wow, we was like, you know what? The guy's landed. Didn't show up in the PSG or Newcastle game. For me, it's a mental thing with him. Overthinking it, maybe. I don't know. Be the boss on the pitch. It don't matter if the guys are there. Salah, whoever. You do your part. Run the game you want to run it. You're a midfielder, bro. Play your game. You're like a number 10 sometimes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Run the game. That's what you're there for.
You're right. You're right.
We haven't seen the best of him. That's my opinion as well.
No, we haven't. We haven't, mate. Like, he's not composed on the ball at Liverpool. If you look at him when he's playing for Hungary and before he came to Liverpool, he was composed. You could give the ball to him in the tight areas, and he gets out of it with his passing and with his dribbling skills, with his long balls, short balls. You know what I mean? And he doesn't do enough of that at Liverpool, in my opinion. Every single time I see him, he's panicking. You know what I mean? He's panicking every single time he loses the ball. There's no, I don't know about you, JK, and the chat. I don't think there's enough connection with our squad at the moment in regards to being a team. The issue we're facing is like, if we don't want to run, you got to keep the ball better. That's what I see. But the thing is, we're losing the ball too easily, and we have to do more running every single time we lose the ball.
Get that ball back.
Yeah. But if you keep the ball, if you can't pass it forward, pass it back. Go all around the pitch just to see if we could open them up like that. We don't do enough of that. It's like we have to force our way through teams. I mean, we have to like tap it inside the box to score. We don't even take a lot of shots from outside the box either, guys. If you look at it, like what shots do we actually score from outside the box? Not many. Yep. Mm-hmm. Like every season is the same, like carbon copy of the previous one. Why can't we have some seasons like we're doing something different to win games?
Why do you reckon I really like Chiesa, bro? Why? Yeah. Because the first inkling in his head is, you know what? I'm going to shoot.
I'm going to go forward or shoot.
Make a song called I'm going to shoot. And that's what Chiesa does. Hence why, for me, he missed a trick. Perfect for a PSG game at home. Perfect type of guy to play that game. Come on, man. Perfect for a final. You see that fly tackle he did? When he won the ball in that Newcastle game, when he came on, bro. I've seen the energy in him I never seen off any other player in the whole game. He came in the 71st minute, I think.
Forget that. I mean,
I want to keep him. I'd keep Chiesa.
I like his attitude.
I like his attitude, bro.
There can be this infectious attitude. You know what I mean? Endo might not stay. I know that because I don't think the manager, so the head coach, fancies him. But I want Chiesa to stay, man. I really, really want him to stay. I think his infectious, attitude, draws in Liverpool fans. You know what I mean? Because he tries, guys. That's the most important thing in a football.
That's the number one thing with Liverpool fans.
Trying, man. You know what I mean? I want you to try to get past players. I want you to shoot from outside the box. I want you to make that killer pass. And he does it every single time he comes on that pitch. When other players shy away that keep passing back like Diaz and them, he comes on and tries to dribble past players, earn us free kicks, tries to shoot, tries to nutmeg players. He does a lot of nutmegs that people haven't seen. Every single time he's always putting it through people's legs. You know what I mean?
Him and Elliot are two forward-thinking type of guys. So when they're on the pitch, they think like that. Don't look back. Let's get it forward. Let's do something. Chiesa, for me, perfect for European games. Him, McAllister, say Diaz and stuff. But
Yeah.
for me, the game time he's not had cost us certain games, I feel.
Soboslai is just a Henderson part 2. Don't be harsh, man. Don't be harsh. True, don't. He's
Nah,
more.
he puts the same shift in as like Henderson used to,
He's
you
got
know what
more
I mean,
quality.
running wise.
He's got more quality, bro.
So he'll be fitter next season, bro. he's done his running. He'll be fitter next season.
Steve says, if I was Arnie, I would play Dom wide right in midfield in a 4-3-3, 4-4-1-1, 4-4-2. I don't think 4-4-2 exists anymore. I think he's a number 10, bro, but just get the, you know what I mean? The work rate stuff has to stop at some stage, and we got to keep the ball better. Turn it into ball keeping, you know what I mean? The work rate stuff. That's what I say. And take more shots. Take, you know, like what we do at the end of the box, guys, like, we come at the edge of the box in any team, and we lose the ball and they counter attack. What about if you take a shot? You might hit the target, you might trouble the goalkeeper, it might go in, it might go out for a goal kick. At least, you know, the ball still stays on that side, if you know what I mean. But we keep trying to play safe football, which doesn't work. Too much safe football, in my opinion. And I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it. Take risks, man. That's what it's all about. That Taylor goalkeeper for Newcastle, I've seen him concede some dodgy goals this season, and we didn't even trouble him at all. It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing, in my opinion. JK, when are you next on, bro?
Maybe on the 12th later, about 7-8ish. And then with Nante on here again, maybe tomorrow even. We'll see if we can get a show out in the afternoon, maybe.
Yeah, I might do something in the afternoon and the evening if you guys are interested.
Yeah, cool. We'll see if we can get
Big
the
up
time.
Cedric, bro. Big up Cedric. Big up, bro.
Oh, bless Edric, bro. I hope you're cool.
Big up
Robbie and
bro.
everyone else in the chat.
Yeah.
Alexander, yeah.
Let's go down what they're saying. Alexander says, I just want the league wrapped up. We know nothing is happening in the summer. We know, bro. Like, come on, man.
We know that, bro.
They're gonna give you fake hopes as always, and then you got their little trolls, you know, gonna, you know, put it out there, pretending.
Politicians, bro.
Yeah.
Politicians.
Trudon says, such a waste with FSG. We could have done special things. Oh, 100%, bro. 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree with you, Trudon. For not many times, but I agree with you 100%. We could have done so much special things, bro. I mean, and they're just not that owners, mate. They're just poor owners. That's what they are. They're just poor. You know what I mean? And I've always
greedy. I would say greedy.
I've always said it as well. We're a second, you know, Liverpool Football Club, guys, is second to a baseball team. If they're not going to spend a lot in a baseball team, why are they going to spend on Liverpool Football Club? Doesn't make any sense. Their baby is the baseball team. We're just an investment. We're just something that's a juggernaut that can give them exposure to the rest of the world. That's what we are. That's how they use us. Even though we're the biggest asset they got, their baseball team is their baby. So don't put yourself, you know, in harm's way, because they're not. If they're not gonna spend in their baseball team, they're not gonna spend in the Liverpool Football Club. You think like they're gonna spend a lot of money at the 225 million everybody's talking about at Liverpool, and they're not gonna spend nothing on their baseball team? Do you think the baseball fans, so the Red Sox fans, are gonna take that? You know what I mean? Looking at things like that. Come on, man. We've got to be real, man. They're just not good enough. They're just cheap. They're not strong enough, man. You could say like Liverpool is going to win the league. Why are you saying that? But I want us to be consistent to win the league. I don't want us to do it every 5 years. This is 5 years later, guys. Remember when we was told it's a 5-year project with FSG. You're going to win it every 5 years. Look, guys, like, come on, man. Like, that's not Liverpool Football Club. We should be a project of 5 years. There should be a consistent period at that time as well. And we're not taking that opportunity. Chelsea are terrible. Yeah, they are, Alexandra. But what do you think, JK, about that? What I just said, like, if they're not going to spend a lot of money on their baseball team, do you think they're going to spend a lot of money on Liverpool?
Bro, if they haven't spent a lot of money in 15 years, they're not going to spend it tomorrow. It's the way they look. I don't mind the way they do it. I don't mind that. Look, bro, and again this week they've got another company advertising with them. They've got another. It's every few months, bro. There's another company jumping on board, so they're getting their money's worth. You know, like for me, fair play to them in that way. But for me, they only have one problem: when you make a cake, You put all them little chocolate little things around there and this, that, and that. And what it is at the end of the day, you put the cherry on top, don't you?
Yeah.
On top of the cake. And that's what they failed to do. They failed to put the cherry on top. They give us the basics, the egg, the flour, the cream, this, that, and the other. They give us all that. But what they don't do is they give us the cherry. Yeah. And that's their downfall, bro. I think, imagine every second window, not every window, every second window at 100 odd million spent. I tell you the truth, I don't think a lot of Liverpool fans would be moaning.
Yeah, but it's true. It's true, bro. Like, this is how the Premier League is. This is how football is in general. Forget about the Premier League. Football in general. You know, like when the likes of Fulham and Crystal Palace and Bournemouth, these teams spend you every summer. You do know there's something wrong here, right? You do know there's something wrong.
Villa have outspent us. Everton,
well.
West Ham,
got
all
promoted,
these teams.
West Ham, these guys just got promoted. And look at them. It's madness, guys. Honestly, like, it's unforgivable attitude from ownership, man. But if you don't put it on them, they're going to continue doing that. And then if they start spending, next season, they're not going to do the same. You have to keep putting it on them. Tell them, like, sit with them, talk to them. Say, like, what do you want? What's your ambition for this football club? Do you know what football club you own? Do you actually know your football club? That's the first question I'll ask. I mean, and this kind of, you know, NBA, American football, baseball attitude, like trading kind of stuff, it don't work in the football. You have to spend. You have to actually spend, man. Big up, AK. Big up, brother. He says, obviously, he's a Newcastle fan. Hi, folks. How are you? Liverpool versus Newcastle. I'm happy. Newcastle United won the Carabao Cup trophy for Newcastle. Ray. Yeah, bro. Congratulations, man.
He's been waiting for a long time, this guy.
I know. He always comes.
I remember a few times I've seen his comment about Newcastle.
I know. Big up, man. Yeah, great support. Listen, let him say what he wants. I'm not here to judge people. At the moment, Liverpool were Liverpool's worst enemy. Alexander says, yeah, man.
Simple as. Yeah.
Can't disagree with that. Let's see what's going on here. Just be smart, Liverpool, and don't overplay players when others are there. Well, it's a learning curve, isn't it, this season, guys? Hopefully, we're going to win the Premier League, and then we'll just learn from that next season. You know what I mean? A thin squad doesn't win you more than the Premier League. I mean, you need more than that. So that's what we've got to be.
Yeah, that's why the comments about 15, 16 players in the squad sort of scare me in that way. I don't think he's going to learn, bro.
I don't know. Maybe he will get advice. I mean, it's not good enough. Maybe
he needs to ring us guys up then, because no one else is going to really tell him. Because Johnny Hedlinger and the rest of them idiots didn't tell him in that before the Newcastle final. Don't play Szoboszlai and Gravenberch because they can't run.
They can't run.
None of them said it to him. So for me, I don't think they're going to realize that, bro.
Yeah. Smash up the likes and subscribe. Respect, lads. Big up, Ravi. Sorry. Big up, Ravi, brother.
Big up, man.
Let's go down. Don't know what that is. Dodgy Twitch. Nalanta says, yeah, boys, 18, 19, all three of them top scorers with 22 goals. There you go, bro. There you go, Nalanta.
Yeah, Son, Manny, and Salah.
You need to share it around, bro. You can't go into a season not sharing goals around, man. It doesn't happen. If they're so, will you be okay with being state-owned? Dustin, you know, us fans here, we just want owners that can spend something on the team. We're not asking for much. State-owned, I don't know about if Liverpool is ever going to be state-owned. I don't think that's going to come. I think that's going to be something that they're going to probably stop in the future. But the owners I'm looking for is owners that only concentrate on Liverpool Football Club. The problem with our owners at the moment is they're concentrating on a whole lot of shit, which is
exactly.
You know what I mean? If you focus on one club, then you've got everything to fight for. But when you got a baseball team, a hockey team, American football team, and you got all this stuff, investors coming from different directions for their own benefits, then you got a problem. And this is what we're facing at the moment. I want my owners, if they're not even state-owned, whatever it is, to focus on my football club. Make my football club the number one, out of everything that they have. That's what I want. And we don't have that, unfortunately. they're dipping their hands in any, other teams, other businesses outside our football club. And it doesn't even. I'll understand if it benefits Liverpool Football Club, but it doesn't. It doesn't, bro. We're over here every week begging for signings. Why are we begging, man? Liverpool Football Club should not be begging. You know what I mean? Like, it's embarrassing. Come on, man. I'm not having a go at dust. I'm just saying, like, what people are talking about, like estate owned and all that stuff. What do you think, JK? Like, all I want is an owner that cares about my football club. Sole focus, Liverpool Football Club. I don't care about other teams. That's what I want.
I want owners who are sort of civilized human beings, got a good mindset, realize what Liverpool is as a city and stuff. I don't know, man. It's really hard to get owners who are sort of the ones that we really need, if you understand my point. These owners are not bad, but they're not great. For me, they're advantage takers. They're using the name of Liverpool.
JK. I understand if it's the first 5 years when we're doing what we're doing right now.
Exactly.
But we've been
15
here for
bloody
a
years.
long time, man. A long time. And we're still asking what we asked 10 years ago. That's
A DM, man. I've been asking for a DM since Fabinho days, bro. The year before he left. I was like, let's get ready for another DM. Look how Fabinho changed us as a team. For years, we needed a Fabinho. We got him. And that was a surprise signing as well. Fabinho came out of the blue. Need another one of them. For years now.
You know what's funny, guys? Yeah. I know you guys are young, majority of you guys, yeah. Norm, myself, JK, we're older fans, isn't it? I don't think people realize how big Liverpool Football Club is. I'm just sitting there letting you guys. I don't think you guys realize it. We're up there with the best of them. You know that, yeah. We had 6 years of no European football when we was at our best. Can you imagine if we was like in Europe at that time? We could have probably had about 10 Champions Leagues right now.
Exactly.
You know what that's you know what I mean. This is how big we are, but we're talking like we're scavengers, man. Like, what is going on? What is going on? Like, why are we just downgrading our football club and it's okay? It doesn't make any sense. Liverpool Football Club is the biggest team in England, biggest team in the UK. I include Celtic and Rangers because they don't do much in Europe. I mean, we're the biggest team and we're acting like scavengers, man. What is going on? Like, we're begging for players and shit like that every season, man. We come back here and I always say to you guys, see you next year. We'll be here again. And we're here again talking about the same thing. Go and check out the streams I did that time. We're going to be here again every year talking about the same thing. Come on, man. Liverpool Football Club is a massive club, man. Massive. We've got to start acting like it. We win the Premier League, we go the next step. We win the Champions League, the Premier League, we go the next step. That's what we got to do every season, not every 5 years.
Exactly.
Come on. Dustin says this summer is a test we can kick on to compete or all fronts. It's been a test for a few years, bro, and we're still standing there. You know what I mean? Nothing's changed, Dustin. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Even when we was winning the Champions League and the Premier League, we haven't actually moved on. We still here, standing there, talk about the same thing. I mean, we bought one summer, we won the Champions League. What did we buy? Seb van der Berg, Harvey Elliott, and Adrian, the goalkeeper. That's how much ambition these people have. They're not even in our first team. Well, we got 4 windows, nothing, and still be underwhelming. It's hard to back these owners. Yeah, spot on.
Spot on.
I couldn't put it any better. It's not like it's like JK said, we don't hate it's impossible to hate the owners because what they did, listen, we haven't won the league for 30 years, you know what I mean? And they got there. It's what's after that we're asking. What's the next project? Have we got a plan to win some more? Because it's 5 years later, we're going to win the league. But what about next year? Are we going to win the league again? The year after that? That's what we're asking. That's what we are asking. And we don't have enough, answers. I would love to do what the Boston Red Sox did and sit with them. I would love to do that. But they don't allow that. Since then, they've been hiding. LFC is part of FSG's investment, nothing more. The top 4 consistently increase the club's value, and that is the goal. Yeah, we know that. We know that realism. You're spot on, bro. I mean, anything that affects their pocket, it ain't gonna happen. I mean, let's just be honest. Real ownership. If you own a football club, when you need to get into your pocket, you get into your pocket and help. And I keep hearing this word self-sustainability. That's what we are. We're self-sustained. And you think to yourself, if we're self-sustained, why aren't we spending the money we earn every single season? We finish the top 4. We compete for the big trophies. We get more sponsorships. Where are those money? Where's that money that, you know, self-efficient? That's it. Self-efficient. That's what it says, JK. So where is that money, JK? Dandy is. Where is the money?
4 windows, Chiesa. We bought in how much money did we bring in this summer? When the season started, we brought in about 60 million.
Something like
selling Carvalho, Van der Berg,
Clark.
So we brought in a nice little amount of money. So they made money in the summer.
And then all we're hearing is we've won a £50 million loss. You know what I mean? That's all we're hearing. We sold so many players, but we still got nothing coming in. Wow.
I don't understand what these guys do, man. I think they've been blessed getting in Klopp and Slot. It's as simple as that. Imagine they got a guy in who just messed it all up.
Mm-hmm.
These guys will be crying right now.
100%, bro. Alexander says, I don't rate these owners and the fans are delusional. We keep speaking about the same thing, Alexander. People forget that, you know, like we're insane. Like we keep repeating the same thing and you know, expecting a different outcome. That shows where we are as a fan base because we keep falling for these traps. I mean, we keep falling for it.
Yeah, but you know what I've done as well, Fozzie, bro, is I've separated the owner topic to what happens, the main thing, the football. For me, football is football. It doesn't matter if you've got a big stadium or a stadium with 5 people in it. Still the game of football is the big thing, you know. Hence why I've separated in the last 2 years or so the owners topic. I just view them like politicians, like the Tories, in that way. They ain't going to do nothing for us. Simple as.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll probably make $1 out of you. They'll probably take advantage of you. But they ain't doing us no favors. So it's as simple as that. Hence why...
If you go to America, JK, this is how Americans are. It's all about business based. There's no... It's what money you make. It's nothing to do with what money you lose. They just want to make money. That's what it is for their own purpose in life. It's nothing to do about caring. That heart thing everybody's looking for, it will never exist at Liverpool Football Club with the owners. It will never be, you know, togetherness. That will never exist with these owners because they're all about making money. That's what it is. That's what they're here for. You don't come all the way from America to here just to sit back and, I love Liverpool Football Club. Nah. You're only here just to make money. And this is what they're doing.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If you understand my point, there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, you've got to keep everyone happy.
Check it. Liverpool is an emotional club, aren't we? We love the togetherness. We love everybody being in the same lane. We love that shit. But that's gone. I mean, whether we like to say it or not, that's gone. I mean, we've got to be realistic.
That's how you get rid of, like, unity is very strong energy. When the whole world is united in something, it's a powerful force, you know. And when people like Klopp and Gerrard, I'm just giving you 2 big names, or a club like Liverpool, and they got more power than the guys who pay them. Yeah. Them owners want to get him gone.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No doubt about
that. That's a business move. That's not no emotional
business move.
That's a business move, thinking this guy could say anything to the fans, and it would disrupt our money-making operations, for example. Hence why now is the time to leave. He's got too much of a say. And that's how these guys move. So as soon as I seen that, the way Gerrard was pushed out, the way Rodgers came in and this did this, that, and the other, I realized these guys are sort of business-minded owners. Just by seeing that, so I knew it a long time ago. And then I see the increases in football shirts from £40 to £120.
And people forget the football shirts was always, you know, every 2 seasons. Now it's every season.
Every season, money making operations.
We like take care of the fans in every 2 seasons. Like we wear these shirts every 2 seasons. Now we've got shirts for every season, and we have to pay like over £100 to get one. You know what I mean? They give you that little shitty shirt that you know the sponsorships and all that comes off, you know what I mean, for about £70. But the real shirt is about £120, something like that, £130. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, this is what we're facing. It's just these people have come into our game, these things are happening. It's all about sponsorships. Where soon enough we're gonna be looking at trading and things like that. You know, all-star games at the beginning of the season. It's coming, man. It's coming. They're taking over the whole of English football. Because you know their background, you know, is from this country and all that stuff. Like, share, and subscribe, subscribe, and share from Realism. Big up Realism, bro. Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad, man. You know, when your football that you love ain't what it used to be anymore. They try to like slowly, just you know, deflate you as a fan. I see a fan the other day on Coppish. He said, I can't take care, you know, for my mental health, I can't do this anymore. You know what I mean? This emotional side of football, it's really killing me, he said. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna give it up at the moment. He said, that's how bad people are getting, you know, in mental health wise, you know, JK. Emotionally, they're destroying us.
That's why you got to detach your mindset from the things on the field to other stuff I got in the club, and the ones that give you a headache and stuff. You got to separate it all. At the end of the day, it's all about the goal going over the line, the ball, you know, and that's what it's all about. That celebration, bro. Nothing else really matters, if you understand my point.
Oh yeah, 100%. Realism says FSG don't build dynasties. They make advantage of dynasties to enhance their portfolio. Yep, but this is just how it is over there, guys. I've worked in America. I don't know if I've ever told you, JK. I worked in America for a bit. I used to teach kids football over there, and the kids I was teaching football is, you know, rich people's kids. You know what I mean? The people that own Subway and all these places. You know, they come to this place that we coach. They used to like select people from England to go down there to teach kids football, innit? And you could see like everything. The kids at like age of 8, 9, 10. They know about businesses and shit like that already. They like it's all about business for these people. Like at the young age, they already know. They already know like what their targets are in life when they're gonna inherit things from their father and things like that. This is what it's all about in that country, guys. It's all money related. It's all about
money.
Yeah, that's what it is. Dustin says if we win the league and invest properly in the summer, it runs. Yeah. Listen, Dustin, we know that. But we know we could come out the other side. I already gave you an example. Look at the season we won the league. We only signed 3 players. Did we really need those kind of players in the team? You could say probably no. I mean, we needed more than that. Great players, obviously, and all that stuff. But did they change the way Liverpool were moving forward? I don't think so, because we haven't won the league since then. So some of them have already, like Thiago's gone, but we still got Tsimikas and Jota. And have they impacted the team into like winning titles consistently? No. So it didn't really impact the team in any good way, to be fair. We've won cups in between then, and that's about it. But the major trophies, we're supposed to be like continuing to win, and we didn't. Like once you win your Premier League, the next step is to improve onto the NHJK, which is the Champions League. Then you know, beyond that, after that, cups with the Champions League and the Premier League. And we didn't do that.
To win it all.
100%. All clubs are emotional, to be honest. Not like Liverpool, bro. Not like Liverpool, man. We're very much connected with this football club. You know what I mean? That's why the fans always hold the cards at this football club. In regards to anything that we do. You know what I mean? Like you guys were saying, it's state-owned. We could have been state-owned, but the fans don't want that. You know what I mean? So if you look back before the Higgs and Gillette, there was I think DCI or something like that, a group called State, I think from Dubai or something, that wanted Liverpool. And don't forget, before Man City, the Man City owner, the Thai Prime Minister or something like that, he was speaking to Rick Perry to own Liverpool because he's a Liverpool fan. And we said no, we went with Higgs and Gillette. So the Thai Prime Minister became a Man City owner, and he sold it to the Dubai family. So we could have been there. We could have been there, guys, but we chose not to. You know what I mean? The owners play on the fans' emotion. Yes, I agree. Emotions, 100%. and manipulate the fan base. It's part of every club strategy. Yes, spot on, bro. I don't know if you agree with that, JK. I think that is realism.
Yeah, that's fine.
Killed it, mate. Absolutely killed it, bro. I'll clap you for that one, bro. It happens a lot, man. It happens a lot. Yeah, the shirt is crazy values now. Yeah, it's madness, bro. That's madness. I missed the 2 years one, man. 2 seasons once. I really missed that. I think the last one that was 2 seasons was that Adidas shirt. You know, the one with the collar. Remember, JK? 2007. I think that's the last time. I'm sure it's the last time that we had shirts like that. Realism says, must say I really enjoyed listening to all of the panel on a array of topics. Yeah, array of topics. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Big up, bro. Big up, man. Well, that's what we do on here. We're trying to make a regular thing for you guys, isn't it? We're trying to build. And yeah, we could get there with you guys. You know, you got this magnificent duo, which is JK and Nalante, and you got me in the background whenever I could come on. I try my best. But yeah, guys, thanks, man. It's been great. It's been. I hope you guys, you know, not just obviously one person. I'm talking about everybody enjoyed the shows, because these guys are doing hard work as well on the show, man, and to bring you more content on a regular basis, which is difficult. We've got our own lives, you know what I mean? We've got jobs to take care of, families to take care of, you know what I mean? So yeah, just share the channel around and like the channel as well, please, guys. Yeah, like the streams as well. Sorry. Yeah, JK, anything you want to say before we go?
No, nice one for the chat. Everyone who got involved, sending the message through. It's good to see what they think, and not everyone sort of backs the owners. Like, when I really look at it, I'm just surprised. Like, not one person really in our chat today really said, "Hey, the owners are good," and this, that, and the other. Yeah. So for me, that's the topic we could do at the end of the season. That one. For me, they just need to get them contracts sorted. Hopefully, all three. Then I'll probably respect them a little bit. Then we're not buying no one in the summer. Then that's their strategy, maybe.
Yeah, everybody's conceded. Trent is there. Big up, Cedric, bro. Big up, brother. Great, thank you, mate. Everybody's conceded Trent is leaving, but I have this feeling he ain't gonna be leaving. You know, I don't know. Like, something is telling me. I've heard in a way from someone, but I don't think he's leaving. You know, everybody's conceded the Real Madrid move, but I'm telling you guys, I don't think he's gonna be leaving.
You know what? If he stays, I'll be so. He's probably my favorite Liverpool player. If I had to choose one, he's probably my favorite.
Trent.
He's just. I just love the way he plays football, bro. And I always say this: we've never really we've seen the best of him, but I think there's even more. Yeah. And I feel these last 2 years, 3 years, he could have done more. My opinion.
Yeah. But sometimes we've got to look at the player. Is he injured? Is he fatigued? You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't think we look into the players, physical shape or anything like that. I'll tell you why, JK. This kid, since he was it 18 when he first came? Something like that, 17, 18. He's been playing top class football for a long, long time, bro. And nobody takes that into consideration. You know what I mean? The amount of years that's been put on legs. He's never dropped, you know. If you look at him, you know, like sometimes at a certain age you drop off in it for a bit and then you come back. Trent's never dropped off like dramatically. You know what I mean? He's always had obviously the odd game here and there, bad game here and there. Sorry, but he's been in a high performance for a long, long time, man. And
the clean sheets we had before the Southampton goal we let in, he was involved in all them games because why? Conor Bradley injured, Gomez injured, and he knew he's playing the whole game. Yeah. Hence why his mind was in the game and we won all them games and got clean sheets. Yeah, man, I don't want Trent to go, bro. Top player, man. Top player. Missed him against Newcastle. He was the guy we missed against Newcastle for me.
I don't think he's gonna be going, mate. I don't know. I don't know. Like when I heard what Richard Hughes said to my friend's brother-in-law, because what we do, guys, I don't know if I told you guys, like I go to events, innit, Liverpool legends, and sometimes you could meet Liverpool legends, you could meet the executives, like, you know, recruitment team. You could meet, it depends who comes on the day. And that's what he said, like, He said Trent is staying. He said Van Dijk is staying. The only one they're unsure about is Salah. You know what I mean? Because that's the one they had their doubts about. But I don't think Trent's leaving, man. I don't think so. Realism says, I have been searching for weeks for this channel as I have seen JK and Alante say they had a show. Took me forever to find it. Big up, bro. Big up, man. Big up, bro.
She just asked us, bro.
Just ask them, innit? They'll tell you, YouTube don't push everybody. I mean, we ain't that popular. I mean, they don't want real people. They don't want the real Liverpool fans that, say how it really is on the platform. I mean, they don't
want happy Liverpool fans.
Yeah, they don't want that. They don't want Liverpool fans that tell the truth. They don't want that. They just want a dramatic Liverpool fans that just trash the team all the time. We're not like that. We're 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? We say it how it is. Fozzy, I'm not sure how I have not heard about you. Such a diverse viewpoints and not afraid of calling out things that fans are not willing to. Thank you. Bro, it's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. As we just said, YouTube is a place that's only for over dramatic stuff. I'm not going to be that. JK is not going to be that. Nalate is not going to be that. We're true to ourselves, and we follow the club each in a different way, and we say it how it is, and we enjoy it that way, man. We enjoy it that way. I don't know about what you think, JK.
Yeah, main thing for me is that we don't follow in the footsteps of United and Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
God no. That's why I say we're a special club, special fan base, family. You know what I mean? That's how Liverpool football the club is. It's like you can meet Liverpool fans around the world, and as soon as they know you're a Liverpool fan, you're eating dinner with a lad. And that's what Liverpool is. So always keep it sort of respectful. But if someone's talking rubbish, you got to tell them.
Yeah, man. I've never seen JK like so upset after that. Was it PSG game or the Newcastle? Newcastle game, isn't it? And PSG actually.
Both of them.
And then he looked at me and said, "Why are you fucking sorry, stop, bro? Why are you so happy, man? You're the one who always gets angry after games." I said, "Nah, man. Someone's got to be wise, innit?" Somebody's gonna take it on the chin, and I'm gonna take it on the chin this time, man. I'm not gonna
I'm gonna take them 2 games on my chin, bro, because I was like, I was so excited. I was like, Premier League sort of wrapped up, job done. Let's get these 2 beauties now. You know what I mean? And getting disappointed in that hurt, bro.
I've never seen you hurt like that before.
Right? Yeah, man. That hurt.
It was.
No one wanted to talk. Nalante, 12.
Yesterday, I had to message these guys yesterday. I'll message you guys. What's going on? Why is everybody upset? We've got a league to win here, man. What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, Fozzy, as you know, now is a real realism. Oh, thank you, bro. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, JK, I'm gonna go, man. What are you up to now? Are you gonna go somewhere or?
Yeah, I have to go and meet some people, my bro, and that. And we're trying to we could be on 12s later.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we can get together tomorrow again in the afternoon. Me, you, and Nalante. Let's get it done, yeah.
Nalante, don't kill it like that, man. No Mons, no Hussam ethic in this channel. Yeah, man. I don't do stuff like that, man. But yeah, big up everybody. Please, if you're watching this back, like, share, subscribe, comment down below to all of us. We will respond to you if you guys comment, as we always do. Share your concerns, share your joy, share whatever you want in between. That's what it's all about on this channel. We're trying to reach out to fans that are Liverpool fans, obviously, and it doesn't really matter who do you support. Like if you're not ask about your own club's performances and what our point of view from outside is towards your club, you could even put messages down there, and all of us will respond to you guys. No problem with that, man. We're football fans first of all, you know what I mean, and that's how it goes. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon, people. Take care, everybody.